Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider, playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, it's a total eclipse of the dark. Yes, I'm in the US of A, the United States of America, and today we are having a massive solar eclipse that will put millions of people into darkness. Guardians, this is the time to be vigilant and shine a light. We got to shine a light into this total eclipse of the dark. Now, I am looking at my Titan. I've been playing on my Warlock. I've been playing on my Hunter. I finally yesterday got the grenade launcher with Strand be the river. Finally. I mean, why did it take so long? Why? Now, I'm just curious as what I want to go in on today. I was actually thinking go in on Hunter and try to stay in Viz a lot. Stay in Viz. But I don't know. J Hill Prime, your professor, flew out to Texas to watch the eclipse, so I don't have class. Yay. I hope he's live streaming. I hope he's broadcasting the event to all of his students, J Hill Prime. That would be really phenomenal if he would do that. I think it would be great. Solvarius, hello, buddy. It is so good to see you, Solvarius. It's been a while now. You need to come hang out more often. I enjoy seeing you, buddy. I enjoy, and I want to catch up with you. Have you been enjoying this super long season of The Wish? What have you been up to? Blue Silver Grass, hello, hello. GP Red, thank you for hanging out. Thank all of you guys. It's a total eclipse of the dark. Total eclipse of the dark. J Hill Prime says that no, the professor is not streaming. He is not streaming. He should be. He should be. You know, take a flashlight, Mr. Professor. Stand with your phone and stream to your students so they can enjoy it with you. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Now, as a gamer, I'm saying total eclipse of the dark. Stay inside, game, sit in front of your monitors, and don't look into the sun. Solvarius, yes, it is. How did you know? I almost did title it Total Eclipse of the Heart, but I thought Total Eclipse of the Dark makes total sense since we're battling so many dark forces. So many dark forces. But, still all the same, it's a battle. It is a battle. All right, now let me get my monitor set up. I just signed on, Guardians. I have just signed on. I want to get everything ready to go. All right, live. All right, that's live. That over there is live. Okay, turn that down. I don't need to hear myself twice. I'm on my Hunter. I am on my Hunter. I would like a couple of more engrams. I really would. I need the color shader. I need this. I need a few more of these iron engrams. There's lots to be done today. Lots to be done. Solvarius, you are 51. I hear you. You're a spring chicken. You're practically a pullet. Spring chicken. All right, now, do I need to get any type of different weapon on my Hunter? I'm kind of okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. Tracking module, bipod. Envious Assassin and tracking module. You know, you're only going to get one. You're only going to get one. So it's not really going to be a huge difference. But I will say I really liked Amit. You know, I liked Amit a lot. What else would I want? Conditional finality. I wish I was good with conditional finality. The navigator. I've been hearing some chat in social media. I've been hearing some chat in it, Guardians, about that exotic that makes you fly, which is the one that lifts everybody into the sky. There's one of these around here somewhere that lifts you up into the sky. What was it? 340. That's a pulse rifle. Manticore. J Hill Prime. Manticore. It must be energy. It must be energy, right? Manticore. I remember using Manticore and it made me a big, huge target. A big, huge target. But now I'm told, it's much better. I am told it's much better. So I'm thinking I need to pull Manticore out and see what it can do. See what I can do with Manticore. Guardians, has anybody used it? Has anybody used Manticore? I'm hesitant. I am hesitant, but I'm told, yeah, it's supposed to be better. It is supposed to be better. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, just level it right on up. I do have. Oh man, I haven't finished this. Okay, I've got work to do. I'm kind of glad I pulled this out. And I even have an ornament for this. I have an ornament. J Hill Prime, I was watching Vendetta last night during his live stream. And thank you, Vendetta, for shouting out to me during your live stream with those thousands upon thousands of folks watching you. Thank you for shining a light on my account, my stream. Thank you, Vendetta. Vendetta there were people in his chat saying, yeah, that it's gotten, it's gotten good. Has it gotten good? 120, 140, Manticore. Okay, now I kind of feel like I need to go Void. I feel like I need to go Void. J Hill Prime, you have a thing against 900s. I always have. They're always so shaky. They're so shaky. 201 for a suppressor grenade. That's a long time. That seems a long time. A minute 45. I'm gonna go that. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Provides radar while you're aiming and marks targets. Increases damage to low health marked targets. Powered melee kills grant invisibility and healing. Improved invisibility. Do I go invis? When do I go invis on a hunter? Now, don't come at me. I don't play on a hunter a lot. When do I go invis? Dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee ability. Dodge to perform a tumble. While airborne, sustain your air control with a second or third jump. Throw a smoke bomb which attaches to surfaces and pings enemy radar. Weakens targets on detonation. A grenade that attaches to targets twice. Void Spike. I feel like Void Spike would be good, but it's 201. Activate quick fall to spend your melee charge and dive to the ground, creating a large smoke cloud on impact, which then dissipates. Targets caught in the cloud are weakened and allies are made invis. Dodging makes you invisible. Okay, dodging makes me invisible. Can I then use this and like it to any degree? I don't even have I thought I had all of that stuff filled out. That tells me that I definitely did not play it Let's go see the gunsmith. Let's go see the gunsmith. Hello, Mr. Gunsmith.
Out there.
I'm picking all of these up.
There you go.
Beantown Bruins, how are you? How are you? GP Red, I really like Gnawing Hunger. I like Gnawing Hunger a lot. You know, I've got my original Gnawing Hunger, and I've kept it. I've kept it all this time.
Underway.
Okay. All right. So I don't have anything really there that I need to do. I can't do anything with Lord Saladin. I'm going to go to space and send out some invites and see if anybody wants to suffer with me during this total eclipse of the dark. Total eclipse of the dark. Here, we're in my neighborhood, it starts sometime after 2 p.m. today. And I'm not going to be in total darkness, right? My studio lights will not be strained because it will not be total darkness here. Samurai. Have I played with Samurai? I don't know. J Hill Prime. Get in here with me and hang out. Seb, what are you doing? What's Seb working on? Vanguard Operations. Okay, Seb is in something. Varus is in the Dreaming City. Why are people all about the Dreaming City? I'm sure there's something I don't have done there. Cat is on. I'm going to invite Cat. Spaz is on. He's in Iron Banner already. Plump Zombie Bait is in Zer's Treasure Hoard, so he's got something planned with Zer. Havoc, why don't you come and play a bit, buddy? Don't get behind. Don't get left behind. No Guardian needs to be left behind in the darkness. I want to say hello to every single Guardian around the world. Be good to each other. Stay united. Make your voice heard. Push back the darkness. I specifically want to definitely give a shout out to all of those Guardians that are over age 65. I do, have a lot of folks that have been following my channel that are over the age of 65. Thank you for that. And Great Britain has now pushed in to just behind the United States. So Great Britain has pushed Canada down to the 3 spot for where people watch me most. It was US, Canada. Now it's the US of A and Great Britain, followed by Canada. But thank each and every country for hanging out with me. You guys are appreciated. It's all about making friendships and, carrying those friendships through the big times, the bad times, the rough times, the small times. Good, bad, indifferent, good looking and ugly. We got to stick together. We got to stick together. Old Man Rogue, how are you? All right, now I've got Cat, I've got J Hill Prime, I've got Biddlebuys, I have myself. Is Havoc gonna join?
He better.
Cat, it is good to hear your voice. I was going to say it's good to see you, but let me see. I can now see Cat's ship. I know she's in there. Meow. Hello, Cat. How are you, Cat? We're going into this for fun. This is a judgment-free zone. We're going to do some Iron Banner and try to get some of those rewards. Have you earned the Strand grenade launcher?
I don't know. Which one is that?
It's available through Iron Banner, and to get more points, if you've got any Iron Banner ornaments, I know you're looking good, Cat, and I know you don't want to mess with this look, but if you put Iron Banner ornaments on, you will get more XP, faster.
Okay. Let's see, it's been a hot minute, so remind me, where do I find the ornaments?
Go into your character page and then just go down, and over on the right hand side it says appearance customization. You would hit your triangle and click that open and then search to see if you have any ornaments.
Well, let's see.
Oh, J Hill Prime, get in here. I like hearing your voice, J Hill Prime, and we've got Cat today, and Cat is smooth and lovely voice, and I'm so glad to have Kat because Kat, for those of you who do not know this, Kat and I, we've been through the good times, the bad times, the ugly, the pretty. We've been there for all of it. I have been
And we're
playing
still
Destiny with
together.
Kat for years and years. Thank you, Kat, for hanging out with me and supporting my channel with your views and your comments. I 100% appreciate you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now see, I'm in my character page.
And then go down. It's page down, and it'll be the appearance customization on the right, over from your sparrows and your ship.
Okay, right, I see that. So,
And then you just open up like your helmet or your robes, whatever you want to change. You can see if you've got a iron banner, and anything for iron banner is basically going to say iron on it. It will start with iron. J Hill Prime, how are you? Thanks for hanging out.
Of course.
I
I'm
don't.
doing
Did
okay.
Havoc respond? Are you coming in, Havoc? Are you coming in?
tell him Cat said get his behind in here.
But now, if you're like me, Kat, you might not have a lot of Iron Banner ornaments that you've turned, your gear into ornaments. Because I'm not a huge fan of it, really. There's a lot of other looks I like over the Iron Banner stuff.
I pretty much just refuse to run it.
Uh,
I hear you
It doesn't
because
even bother me.
it's just stuff that I'm not super crazy about. But my hunter,
Yeah.
these are Iron Banner pieces, except for my exotic helmet, which is Graviton Lance. I'm not even going to really do a lot here to set this up, Guardians, because we're all brought back to level 1600 when we go into this. We're 1600. Now, I
I
might put
see.
Void Holster on here. Uh, I know that when you put these reloaders on, the
Hmm.
kinetic holsters, the arc holster, all these deals, they do not reload. This was a surprise to me. Someone in chat told me about it. They don't reload your rocket launchers, and I don't think they work on a lot of the grenade launchers. Do you remember J Hill Prime what the holsters do and don't work on? Is it rocket
Vaguely,
launchers and
I
grenade
think
launchers?
I think that's true. I don't think they do work on rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Anything with one in the mag, maybe.
And I
I
will
don't quite
tell you,
remember.
Guardians, why I know this. I was on the moon, struggling to stay alive, struggling to survive. And I kept thinking, I've got the reloader on, the holster. Why is my rocket launcher not loaded when I haven't used it in 5 minutes? And then someone in chat said, Ransom, it's never going to work on that rocket launcher. And then there are grenade launchers that it doesn't work on. All right, now, chat, if you want to go in with me, we have room for two. We're going to go in and just start warming up inside of Iron Banner Judgment Free Zone. This is for fun. This is for fun. We're going to go into control. And if you hang out with me, cue the music. I want to be the one in control. Janet Jackson, we miss you. I know you're in concert tour right now. I hope everyone is getting to see you perform live. I've seen Miss Jackson. I've met her in person. She was beautiful. She was soft spoken. She was everything you imagine a superstar to be. And I love her music, especially the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, Miss Jackson. But definitely, a big thank you again to Vendetta. Thank you, Vendetta, for calling that out during your live stream. I appreciate you doing that. And it was a ton of fun watching you play. We're going in. Iron Banner, full confession, Guardians. I did not play Iron Banner for like the first,
Ever.
what, 6 months of, however long this season is, I have skipped Iron Banner. Meanwhile, Coterie of Arms members were getting color shaders and emblems and all kinds of special stuff. I just skipped it. I didn't want to play. But I am going to say that this late in the season, we have one more Iron Banner after this one. I'm having more fun than I've ever had inside of Iron Banner. And it's because of you guys going in and just, having a good time, not really super concerned about the win or lose, and just having fun with weapons and, playing around inside of the maps that we have. It's been a good time. J Hill Prime, you've definitely been a big part of that. And I appreciate you for that. I know Katra is going to be wonderful today. Kat, we're just having fun. There's no pressure. And Biddlebuys, I don't think Biddlebuys, I'm not sure if Biddlebuys has played with me this week, but thank you for joining Biddlebuys. Now, J Hill Prime is a member of Positive Posse. How many people do you have in Positive Posse, J Hill Prime?
I'm thinking, I want to say around 100.
So you're maxed out.
Not
You're
sure.
maxed out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's a buddy of mine started the clan back in D1, and he wanted everybody in one clan, so we all joined up. Is Vic Showman on YouTube? If you might not have ever seen his.
J Hill Prime, I'm a
schedule.
firm supporter of content creators and live streamers. You need to send me the info.
Okay,
What's his name?
I don't actually. He changed it, so it'll probably be hard to find. Actually, I'll have to probably just send it to you on Discord.
Yeah, send it to me, J Hill Prime, because I would enjoy, supporting other content creators, live streamers. Guardians, I'm having ginger root tea. I brewed this fresh just like 30 minutes ago.
I'm here.
This is ginger root. Are you coming in, Havoc? I'll back us out if you are.
Go for it. No, I'm.
Yes, you are.
Well, I have a couple of things that I have to throw together still. So in a minute, in a minute.
The first time I get on here with all y'all, you want to be. Look, fine.
I know. I saw you on. I'm like, oh my god, Cat's on.
I've been on for a hot.
I did turn.
And Havoc, people are saying they're enjoying your new music. They're enjoying the new music. For any of those that don't know, Havoc just was accepted into iTunes, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the major streaming platforms.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Havoc's music has now been accepted. And I'm going to say a big thank you to, a family member of mine. My sister actually purchased, Havoc's music from the Apple Store.
That was so sweet. I was like, oh, no.
It was fantastic for her to support Havoc like that. Thank you to my sister. Thank you. She has cooking channels, and she does have, hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, she does. It's wild. She blew up it feels like overnight, but
my sister walked out one morning. We were just visiting family, and she's like, I think I will start a cooking channel. And I was like, oh no, she's not gonna. My sister is not gonna stick with this, right? And, she came out, she put a couple of videos on, just holding her iPhone in her hand. She did a couple of videos. And like the next week I saw her and she's like, oh, I can't believe my channel's kind of blown up. I've got, 20,000. I've got 20,000 subscribers. And I was like, you are kidding me.
Yeah,
you are kidding me.
And we were all drinking coffee and she waltzed out of her room and said that. And I'm like, are you kidding? There's absolutely no way.
We were all just, hovered up in the kitchen. The kitchen's like a big collection spot. And she walks out and lets us know that. I'm like, holy moly.
The hunt has ended.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I'm like, sister, I'm going to need to borrow some money.
There you go.
She's on fire. Shout out to my sister. But it's a cooking channel. It is a cooking channel.
Press on.
It might be the season for that. I've been obsessed with Hell's Kitchen again.
Oh, I loved Hell's Kitchen. I always thought it was just so funny, but Ransom never really liked it.
It's great.
I
started back from season 1. Oh,
And see, I went to
so
culinary
funny.
school. That's why I like watching it.
Oh yeah?
It's like
How was
being back in
culinary school?
school.
I can't
How
use
was
this
that?
weapon. Why
Good,
did I
bad, and
think I
ugly.
could use this weapon?
Yeah. That's funny.
It's not bad. It's fun.
I wish I was. I wish I was into cooking. I want to be so
Oh,
bad. My mother's a
oh.
big into cooking. Old family recipes and all that. I just.
My grandmother got me started when I was 7.
I can't.
And then I started culinary school with the savory side, and I started in the school in Florida, and then went.
Kat, when are we going to see you with a live stream?
I've been thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie, but I got to get back into the swing and the groove of this game and my other games, because my other job, it kind of put a damper on everything. So,
With your culinary skills and your training, now you're a trained
I could
pastry
do, yeah, I
chef,
could do a
right?
live stream for. I could do a live stream of cooking.
Yeah, you really could, Kat. I would thoroughly support you in that.
Mine would probably be because I love baking and pastry, so it'd probably be more geared to the fun stuff to eat that makes you fat and sassy.
Well, yes, I think a lot of Americans like that.
Right?
But now, J Hill Prime. So your mom cooks a lot. Does she live stream, share her recipes?
No, nothing like that. It's just family recipes and stuff. She's just a good cook. She's tried multiple times to get me to learn.
I tell you what, at least learn the basics, because this world is going to heck in a handbasket, and if you can at least,
Yeah, no kidding.
if you can at least do,
Learn how to
make
cook
something to
rice
keep
and
yourself-
get you a big
Hey, Bob.
300-pound bag of it. You
Yeah.
know, make it.
Yeah.
My nephew called me one day and he's like, I just bought 300 pounds of rice. We'll never go hungry again.
Good
And I'm like,
Lord.
ugh. Good luck on eating that much rice.
No kidding.
Well, now here's the thing with rice.
Well, it
You
stores
can
for a
cook it
long
for
time, you know, as
very,
long as it's
very
kept
different ways.
airtight.
You can cook
There's
rice
all
in
kinds of
so many
dishes you can
different
do with
ways.
rice too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. You could do like
Zone A captured.
and different kinds of rice too. There's different styles of rice. There's basmati, there's white, there's brown, there's so many different things. you can
Jasmine,
do.
short, long, black
Yeah,
rice.
that's exactly. Oh, jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice.
There's one specific brand of rice cooker, like, you know, it is the rice cooker.
5 minutes remain.
I can't remember what it is. If Val was here, he could definitely tell us what it is.
Yeah, where's he
I am
at?
here.
How's he doing?
I think he's working on videos.
What? He literally just said earlier. Oh, he's not here. He's
Oh,
working
is
on
he?
video.
Oh, Val's here.
Yeah, he's
Val,
here.
how are you, buddy? How are you? We're talking about cooking. What's your favorite recipe, Val? What's your favorite recipe?
Well, I was getting ready to make some chicken burritos, enchiladas for dinner. So that's going to be.
Sounds
Oh.
amazing.
Alrighty. I had a Cajun chicken pasta for lunch today.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Green peppers, red peppers.
I had one of my favorite meals earlier today. Eggs, sausage, and toast.
Oh, breakfast in the back.
Sausage
That's
and
it.
toast.
And I like it. I've got a new recipe. Toast. But now listen, toast is all about the butter. You know,
Oh,
good
yeah.
toast needs good
More
butter.
the better.
GP Red says, I'm Hispanic. Rice is part of my life. Probably the place where I saw the most variety in rice was China. And when I was in China, I was staying at a resort called Long. and they had absolutely just a huge variety of rice. I didn't know there were so many rices in the world. And that is really the first time that I encountered the black rice. I had never really eaten black rice. At first I thought, oh, you know, it's got some type of flavoring on it, a spice. They've dipped it in licorice, you know, something to make me not like it.
Uh-huh.
But I actually liked it, Kat. You need to try some black rice. You need to try it.
I shall. I'm a firm believer in don't ever say you don't like anything if you've never tried it, because you might surprise yourself.
I go
Listen,
into
you'll
restaurants
quite
with
the
that
opposite.
Absolutely say
philosophy,
that
and I
about eel.
always end up thinking, why didn't I buy something? You know, why did I order this?
Opponent claims
But I am, Kat. I do believe in giving stuff a try. You know, give it a try.
He's right there.
Not eel. Never try eel sashimi.
Oh, now eel
well.
is
You
not
can go without
something I
that.
want to try.
No.
That is the most slimy.
Ugh.
That's
it was
there are
bad.
some-
Slug.
There are some things I will not try. For example, got
Slug.
mad at me, did you? Because I shot you in the head.
Nothing manticore ransom.
Or
When I
snails.
was
I've heard snails aren't very
stationed
good either.
Escargot is good if it's cooked it
You
right.
know, if it's cooked
Ew,
right,
gross.
that's the key, isn't it,
Stop,
Kat?
stop,
their own
stop
sea
eating
monsters.
snails. That's
Gotta
not-
be cooked right.
They have feelings.
It's like calamari. You got to cook it right, Guardians. You got to cook it right.
Oh yeah, calamari is good too.
Speaking of cooking, I do have like 15 recipes on my channel. They are from the Destiny cookbook. And I had a good time with the Destiny cookbook. I recently saw some content creators, live streamers. Maybe Sweatical was on cooking from the Destiny cookbook.
Could have gone better.
I think so, actually, yeah.
It was a tie, and he says it could have gone better. It could have gone worse. Silent Hands.
The world
It
faced
could have
myriad
gone worse.
hardships in the Dark Age. Defeat was a constant. You
Oh,
can
I
overcome
just got Aegir's Scepter yesterday, and now I have the catalyst for it. First
Oh,
game I played.
cool.
I went
Congratulations.
and picked it up doing that that
That's-
Goss yesterday for Astro, I think. Yeah, Astro to get his divinity from your clan.
Right.
I did that with him, and he told me to pick up that exotic. I just never grabbed it.
Now, I wonder if I got any... Manticore, let's look and see. Did I make any progress on this catalyst? 25%. Defeat targets using this weapon.
From one game?
So, you know, maybe it's going to fill out here.
Anything other than good old barbecue.
Oh,
stuff.
Queen of Metal, absolutely. We've got
There we
4.
go.
We need 2 more. We need 2 more.
All the other ones.
Oh, Manticore is so funky.
And you know, it was buffed. They tried to make it better. I mean, I don't know. I didn't notice it being worth a flip, as we say back home. I didn't notice it being worth a flip.
Time will tell. I know I won't ever use it. It's where it's a 900. I can't get around it. Feels like it's
Pocket
just
Reality,
shooting me into the
you
sky.
played 5 matches straight. You only won one of those, but all the other ones were within 5 to 10 points. Pocket Reality, did you get the weapon, the grenade launcher that everybody's been, trying to get their hands on? I finally, like after turning in about 60 engrams, I finally got one. And then I think now I've turned in a few more engrams, so I've had a total of like 4. And I did get one of the God rolls to drop, but I would like to have
Nice.
maybe Envious Assassin to drop. I got, I think, Slide Shot to drop with not Contagion, but Chain Reaction. I always want to call Chain Reaction Contagion. I want a Siva sword that, you know, instead of Chain Reaction, I want it to have Contagion. We need it to work really just like Outbreak Perfected. That's what I want. Manticore, can I use you and be happy with it? No, I cannot. I cannot use that weapon Did I bring anything with me? I'm going to use Quicksilver Storm. Are they saying that Quicksilver Storm's getting nerfed? So use it now. Use it now
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
The grenades are
it
getting
Oh,
nerfed.
is it really? Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think that's actually happening tomorrow. Maybe?
Huh.
I don't exactly remember.
Name changes tomorrow.
Guardians, if you're going to change your name tomorrow, be wise beyond your years. That's all I'm going to say.
Change your name.
If your mom comes into your room, don't feel like, if you have a
Nerfs are
name on
tomorrow,
screen
Pat's
that you
saying.
have to shut down your monitor when your parents step into your room, get a different name. That's all I got to say. Get a different
Oh
name.
my goodness. That's funny.
How many flawlesses did it take you to get that ship?
Uh,
The Hush Shrinks.
oh, I never got Hush Shrinks. Who
Queen of
has
Metal.
it?
Oh.
Queen of
Is
Metal.
Queen of Metal here?
Yes, Queen of Metal. She's Queen of Metal flying the ship.
Oh,
I
she's
know.
in the stream.
She's not in. Yeah, she's not. I don't think she's not in the chat.
Queen of Metal's been playing with me for a long time. Queen of Metal, thank you for supporting my channel and commenting. And thank you for that comment yesterday. And tell your friend, Queen of Metal, that I said hello, hello. Queen of Metal said she got it on the first try.
Yep.
Now, I've had folks get that on the first try. I think Exon, who's a member of Coterie of Arms, you've seen me play a lot with Exon. First trip to the lighthouse, he got it. Trials of Osiris. First
That is
trip,
wild.
it failed. I've been struggling for,
Want that
110
ship so
years
bad.
inside the game and still don't have it. It did become available in Season 17, chat, the Hushed Shrinks. It is the one sought after ship, and it is a random drop. Mr. Crow, hello, hello. Oh, it nerfs tomorrow? Quicksilver Storm nerfs tomorrow.
Huh.
Pocket
Oh,
Reality
that
says,
is
I've managed
wild.
to get 2 with Chain Reaction. One has Grave Robber. I just want another. I'd like to have another couple. I spent engram after engram and just got repeats of everything except the grenade launcher. But now I will just simply click on the grenade launcher. All right, we're going back in. This is Crucible, Iron Banner. We will go into the control category. This is 6v6. We're not really fighting the darkness here. This is all about sharpening your skill set. This is Iron Banner. We do have one more Iron Banner coming up. Don't forget that. Don't miss it. If you need some of these weapons, now's your time to come in. I know that tomorrow, chat told me yesterday that the game would be pulled offline because we have major updates coming tomorrow.
I love your Shire's more though.
What's that?
Queen of Metal Shire's. She's everything. It's like my wish list of this game is in one inventory. Got the ship and Shire's. I missed out on Shire's the first time it was around and didn't ever go flawless to get it Adept one. There it is.
Queen of Metal
it's
gets in
so
there and
funny.
she kicks their butts right off the side.
No kidding.
And I see that Queen of Metal also has the Sparrow, and I was looking for the Ghost Queen of Metal. I'm sure you've got the Ghost.
I haven't missed a single weekend of trials this season, and I've gotten 2 of the Sparrows. I've gotten all the Sparrows now. I just need the Season 17 ship and the first ship. I'll have everything. So I've
Professor
only gotten 2
Dumbledore,
drops.
you'll
in
join after the
25
Legend Battleground.
trips.
All right, we'll go back to space, Professor Dumbledore. Blue Silver Grass, I'm looking forward to the Horde mode. I mean, I feel like we've had Horde modes, Altars of Sorrow. We've all, if you're long term, you've played on Mars. and Mars had, escalation protocol.
Zone C.
Seems like, maybe in some of those deep dive things, we've had similar things to Horde mode. I just have never wanted to go back. Oh, the guy on the right got me. I took a grenade for ya.
Opponent claimed Zone B.
Okay. I
And
love
when
that
does
shader you got on
Wishinder,
that
has
ship, too.
Wishinder already been nerfed inside of,
Zone A lost.
has Wishinder already been nerfed in PvP, or does that start tomorrow? Or when does that start?
They did nerf the aim acquisition, or the aim assist, and they nerfed the
Wait, they nerfed the Wishender?
yeah,
Inside
they nerfed all
PvP.
those.
Oh, jeez.
Zone
That
C
helped a
lost.
lot.
Zone B lost. Now you are the hunted.
They haven't been actually much of an issue since. But yeah, they nerfed the aim assist and I think damage for body shots, maybe. Or maybe that was one I was hoping for. And I think they did that to Lame Monarch. I'm not sure.
They did nerf Le Monarch. They nerfed its ability to poison as high at such a high level inside of PvP. I don't think they messed with it in PvE.
That's good. Wish they could have done that a little sooner, but
Opponent
yeah.
claimed Zone C. Zone A captured.
Close to range, evidently.
Woo! 10 pounds of beef. Well played, 10 pounds of beef. We're going to need some chili made later. We're going to need you to stop by. We're going to need about 5 pounds of that. It'll be a chili cook-off.
I ain't done one of them in a long time.
I'm a chili fan. I like a bowl of chili with just some
Zone C
good
captured.
oyster
Zone
crackers. Give me some
advantage is
oyster
yours.
crackers.
Zone A lost. You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Pretty good plate of mussels. Mm. You're always making me hungry. Mr. Ransom.
I need to do some recipes and get some chili online. I went to a chili cook-off when I was young, and I remember just having the best chili ever in my life at the chili cook-off. Those guys were aggressively rough and disgusting. Get out of here.
Oh, Ransom, I really think you need to play Content Warning.
Content warning?
Oh my god, yeah, it's just so stupid. It's so funny.
Zone
Yeah,
I think
highly
Madison
recommend it.
yesterday told me content warning was only like $7.99.
Yeah, it's super cheap. It's definitely cheap thrills, but it's it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Are you playing another game, Havoc?
No, I was watching clips from when I was playing with K-Fizz yesterday.
Zone A
Oh.
captured. 2 zones are yours. I'm calling it.
Oh no, he called it. What's he calling it?
That's the game. We just got mercied. Huh.
No victory today.
All right, is it getting dark out? It's 2:18. I don't even know when it hits here, my location.
Be vigilant.
What, when it
It's
gets
supposed
dark?
to hit here around 3.
I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, but I don't know what time it's gonna pass over here.
I forgot the Eclipse is today.
Oh yeah.
Kat, I don't think you're gonna get any eclipse where you're located.
Nope. Not particularly.
Is ball still no?
Oh man, I didn't get in there to give commendations fast enough. Be faster.
Hmm.
Vol,
got
I don't
two
see
right.
Vol inside of chat anymore. He must have hightailed it. That's what we say back home. When you hightail it, that means you're moving fast to get out of an area.
Yeah, he's out. He left a little few minutes ago.
J Hill Prime. Will you be a 10 or 11 before the season ends?
Probably not. I get to the usually every season I get to the where you have to solo master lost sectors, and I don't care to do that. So I just kind of not. I have everything complete but that.
Now, J Hill Prime, I'm going to tell you this. You have what it takes to go through an 1840 lost sector solo,
Yeah,
flawless.
I'm sure it's. I don't think it'd be hard. I think it's boring. I don't enjoy the solo content in this game. I don't know.
Well, go through the one on the Dreaming City with all the baby screebs running around, and you'll you'll have more fun. There's a couple of them on the Dreaming City, especially the one at the spawn-in site on the Dreaming City. What's that one called? It has a lot. They're not actually baby screebs, but it is Bay of Drowned Wishes. That one's actually a fun challenge. It is a fun challenge.
Ooh, Midtown.
Oh, for
Midtown.
sure.
Midtown.
Queen of Metal. Scholar's one of my favorite scout rifles in the game. It's got such a D1 look to it. I have one with Underdog, sadly though, so it's kind of useless. But it's fun to pull out for momentum for sure, because it's still 2 taps.
Oh, Queen of Metal, put that Horus shell on. You heard me, Queen of Metal. You heard me. I knew you did. I knew you did, girl.
No, I'm here. Hello.
Val,
Hello.
how are you,
Hello.
buddy? How are you?
To battle.
I'm trying to change my weapon because this is my favorite sniper location.
Queen of Metal, if you've ever played
Opponent
D1
claims Zone A.
Trials,
Zone C
the
captured.
Burning Eye scout rifle, I'm actually really excited for that one to come back. I'd rather it come back than
Captured Zone B.
Scholar,
Zone
but
advantage is yours.
Scholar's really cool too. I never actually got to get any of the D1 trial stuff. I never played it, but the D1 weapons would be awesome to see. Be just like Scholar. I think so, at least. Except they would have explosive payload, I believe.
Zone C lost. Zone A captured. 2
Oh my gosh, I need Vulpecula. I don't want to switch
Needed
it
to
off of
battle
my
Connor
Titan,
Cobalt.
though.
Zone B.
Actually, I
lost.
just, I can't use Manticore. I can't use that thing. I probably need to use Manticore, though, because I could get that catalyst filled out.
An interesting playstyle. I don't even think I've ever tried it. I
Zone
know
A
I just didn't like it from my time using it in PvE.
Stand strong.
Oh, Jay
not
Hill,
my cup of tea.
we used it for like 10 minutes and said, this thing is rotten.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you said, it rocks around way too much.
GP Red, I don't hear any static. I don't hear any static from anyone's stream. And when I look over at Discord, nobody's showing static.
Return to the fight.
Might be me. Discord Dorm's Wi-Fi isn't really great,
Zone C captured.
No.
and also have no AC, so I have to have a fan on.
Claims Zone A.
Could be that.
I don't see it showing up though for you, Jay Hill. Like normally it would highlight your name and just tell me that you have a static. But I don't see it. I don't see it. So you're in your dormitory
Yeah.
and you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
I feel for you, Jay Hill. I feel for you. That's tough. That is tough.
The flames
It's
are
been
lit.
better. The winter time was nice. The no AC was. It didn't really matter in winter, but it can get pretty hot.
Oh, Jay Hill Prime, when I lived in the dormitories, it was required at the school that I attended. There was no air conditioning in the dorm room, not a lick. And they turned the heat on, like the last day of September, even though October, was extremely hot. You just suffer. You would suffer.
Opponent claims zone C.
In the freshman dorms, they put you in a dorm room. You have your own bathroom. You have your own thermostat, the AC unit, and then none of the rest of the buildings have that. So it's like they're spoiling you, and then you gotta deal with the other stuff now.
Wow, I'm just, that guy. What could you do with him? He's in his super. I could do
I'm
nothing.
calling it. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Dang it. Oh, I can tell I haven't done Iron Banner in a hot minute.
Better that
Oh,
way.
I got an engram. I'll take it.
Iron Banner's not too
The
fun.
collapse couldn't stop humanity.
No, it's just
Defeat
I
it every
just
time.
recently
Stop
changed
you.
jobs about a
When you're
month
ready,
ago, and so
I'll
I'm
be here.
getting the hang of that job. But before Havoc and Ball and Ransom can tell you, I haven't done a game in months because of my other jobs. I was doing 3 different shifts in 5 days and exhausted all the time.
And Kat, we used to play about 5 hours a day.
Sounds
Exactly.
nuts.
Which is why I'm glad that I've got the new job, because once I get fully staffed, then I only got to work 7 to 3, so I'll have my afternoons, nights, and my Sundays and Mondays off. So then I can spend more time on here.
Yeah, I'm excited about that new job you've got. I'm excited about it. Do I even
I started
have a
to buy
side?
the what do you call it? The Ghostbusters ship.
Oh, I wonder what the new
Yeah.
Ghostbusters movie was. I wonder if it was any good.
I don't know.
I didn't even know a new one released after the other one.
Yeah,
when they
I
were-
wasn't really interested in a new Ghostbusters because I grew up,
Yeah.
I was,
With
I
the
say
originals.
grow up, I was probably grown when the original Ghostbusters came out because Sigourney Weaver, she was in it. And I really loved it. The first one, I loved it. I wasn't as crazy about the marshmallow guy. Wasn't he in the
Big
first one?
marshmallow dude.
Big Puff Marshmallow.
Yeah, the big puffy marshmallow guy.
And
That's
and
the one I
dog.
know the most.
Yeah, that was
I've
the
watched the
second one
most.
that came out. Then there was a third one.
They had a
The second
third
one.
Ghostbusters?
I think they had a third one come out.
I think so too.
Iron
The
Banner.
second one, because one of the movies that came out was all girls, all female Ghostbuster team.
And how was that?
Yep.
How was
I
it?
didn't see that
Oh
one.
yeah, that was recent. Or
I know I
semi-recent.
didn't like that movie whenever I watched it.
Why do I feel like
I just want to go see Dune Part 2. May your sword
Yeah, for
chip
real.
and shatter. I'd
That
like to
movie
see
is
it
gonna
because
be
I really
awesome.
loved the first one. And I'm a fan of Zendaya. I like her. I mean, she was in Spider-Man. I'll always be a fan.
Oh, this one. Okay.
What?
Not a big.
Opponent claims zone C. You
This Titan
captured
just
zone
sent
A.
me for a ride. Wish I could recreate that, but outside. That'd be so funny.
You captured
Yep,
zone
I'm
B.
not going that way.
Zone advantage is yours.
Where are you at? I know you're over there. I know you're over my head, but I'm not gonna let you get me.
Did D1 Trials, D200 Trials? That's hard. Trials Help is really difficult. I tried a card.
Zone A lost.
Tried helping a guy I met on talking in the forums.
You captured
That's
zone C.
it's tough.
Zone advantage is
I've
yours.
That was a very tough card. We didn't get there, but that's huge. That's really nice of you. I wish I
Now,
was that
J
good
Hill
to,
Prime,
to
what
carry
state
people
are
to the
you
White
in?
House.
What state are you in? Are you in the South?
Good old West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. You're
Yep.
up. You reside where Soupy Sandwich. He's up in that area.
Bradley's here too. Here with me.
Oh, friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys
that's
went
gotta
to
be a
high
really
school
cool
together,
part about
didn't you?
streaming. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good old troublemaker Brad. No, he never got into any trouble.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Our buddies did. They were big troublemakers.
The Zoji Rushi is the best rice cooker, I think.
I learned to cook rice old school. Pot, ratio of rice to water, in a steamer. Put the lid on, put the insert in. No electricity required.
Well, how does it cook? What are
Captured
you
Zone
talking
C. Now you
On a
will
fire,
finish the hunt.
on the stove.
What's the logic?
Darn it.
There was a time before electric cookers.
I know, people forget
Sadly.
about that. People
I don't know what
really
you're talking about.
too
That
much
makes
from
no sense.
electricity.
We've always had electricity. You guys are crazy. We've
But
had it for
in all
millennia.
honesty, food cooks better over heat, open flame anyway.
The flames have gone
That's why I like
cold.
gas stoves and,
All I know is that fire burns.
well, don't put your finger in it.
Opponent claims Zone C.
That's a good rule to live by. Whoa.
Havoc, are you gonna release that puppy dogs sound, the song that you made?
Puppy dog song, what?
Not if you're calling it that. What?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you titled it. I can't read your mind.
You captured Zone
I'm
B.
trying to find
Zone
art for it
advantage is yours.
right now, so maybe.
Blue Silver Grass says, I just boil my rice in water. Just don't buy the, the microwavable rice. That stuff, I don't even know what that is.
That's only an
Fox
emergency.
rice?
Uncle Ben's has a pack. You just pop it in the microwave and it turns into
I'm
rice.
calling it.
They say.
Crush them.
And they say.
Well, it's
It's
actually a
mystery
boiling
package.
bag. You put the bag in a pot, you boil it for 10 minutes, and then
Fought.
it's done.
Oh no, Cat! They've gone crazy town. They've got one now that's microwavable.
Oh, really?
That
Yes.
was a battle worthy of
Oh,
our
you mean that
efforts.
pouch thing? Yeah.
Like
I got
90
that.
seconds in the microwave, and you're supposed to have fresh, delicious rice.
Nope, that stuff's nasty.
It is very nasty. Very nasty. Okay, is it getting dark? It's still, I can't tell anything out here. I mean, I'm looking out, the studio's got windows over here. It still looks like regular daylight. It's 2:30. When's it supposed to hit here?
Oh, man.
I do.
I don't know.
I hear sirens. I hear sirens.
Oh, it's already starting. The end of the world.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
Well, if it's going to be the end of the world, I want a 44-ounce sweet Southern style tea in hand. In
I got a
hand.
picture in my
Kick back in a
refrigerator
lawn
right from-
chair,
Yes.
sipping on some sweet tea.
And good music going. We're going to watch it go down. Sipping on my sweet tea and listening to some tunes.
And,
That
and
sounds
sweet
alright.
tea was discovered where I live.
Was it really?
really?
Sweet tea was first made in Somerville, South Carolina.
Somerville. Uniquely Stellar,
geniuses
where
that
have you
live there,
been?
man.
Are
Hey,
you going to
Stellar.
play today? You get in here, Uniquely Stellar. We've been missing you, girl. We've been missing you. Uniquely Stellar is in live stream
204.
chat. Hello, Stellar. Hello.
Hey, Stellar.
You boil your blue silver grass boils his white rice. The holy white rice because it's the best. I've got a rice medley downstairs right now that I need to like do something with it. I bought it. I went out a few months ago. I stumbled and fumbled my way through a gigantic box store, Sam's Club. And I had to buy like a 10-pound bag of rice, and it was, less expensive than the 1-pound bag of rice at my normal grocer. And so I have got a huge rice medley bag that's got like black, brown, white. It's an assortment, a medley. Word of the day, medley. Oh, Uniquely Stellar, when we get out of this one, we're going to invite you. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you just hang out. We'll be out of here in moments.
Banner.
Guardians, if you're just now joining, this is Total Eclipse of the Dark. We are in Iron Banner. We've had some rough spots. We've had some good spots. But we're just hanging out together, chatting, and having a good time. Cue the music. We have a good time. There's lots of songs
try
about
to.
good
All
times.
say hunter knives are as sharp as
Oh,
swords.
Vol says, in 28 more minutes, darkness will descend upon me. Darkness will descend. I've been fighting back the darkness for over 10 years in this game, about 500 years in the game, 10 years in real life.
You captured Zone B. Zone A captured. Zone advantage. is
Actually, the
yours.
timeline of the game, 500 years.
Well, pretty close to it, yes. Because I gave Saint 14 Perfect Paradox.
Yeah.
And about 500 years later, he emerged back in the game from the Infinite Forest.
That is a really good time gauge. Then, yeah. I didn't realize that's
But
how
I
long
don't
it had
think
been.
I don't think officially, Jay Hill. I don't think that they really, we don't know what time has elapsed, but it's been a very
Yeah.
long time.
You captured Zone C.
Hey,
Zone
everybody.
advantage is yours.
Stellar, how are you?
Stellar.
How are you, Stellar?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. It is a good day when I can say hello to you.
Ditto.
We're gonna pick you up as soon as we get out of here.
Zone C lost.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna grab bounties.
Oh,
It's so
Mr.
crazy here.
Mr. Meeseek, when we got to give that shotgun to Saint 14, listen, I was boo-hooing. Because I have the photograph of a little short film of the funeral pyre that they made for Saint 14. We witnessed him. And, we used the sundial. We went back in time.
Oh, we also used to go forward in time to see our own death.
When he was still alive. And I said, Saint, this shotgun, it can save you. And I handed it to him. And flash forward 500 years, he stepped out of the Infinite Forest and he said, Guardian, this shotgun saved me.
What do you think about the end of the Lightfall if it's going to end with our funeral, like in the Infinite Forest mission?
Zone B captured.
The what?
You have the advantage.
Yeah, well, now, you talking about the casket that had the sword?
Zone
Yeah.
C lost.
There was
Yeah.
a monologue explaining, like, Saint was talking, and it was like, and then this Guardian gave me the shotgun. It's definitely us.
Yes, it was emotional. I don't
See, I
know.
haven't played in a while, so I
at
missed
the
all
end,
that stuff.
The wolf
That was Season of the Dawn back a way while back. Actually, I think a lot of people missed that cutscene. Coming in from New Light, I believe.
Ooh.
It was, but the thought is that the end of this next DLC will end with that scene, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah, and then don't you think we're probably going to face, a higher level of intelligence from the
Let
Vex?
the wolves rest.
I hope so. I hope they do more with the Vex. Instead of just being another just minions of
Operation
the
Vex
Witness.
Wall. They've been like nothing up until this point. They're just fodder for our guns, our weapons.
Yeah.
And we know that they're a lot more than that. And
sure,
I
I mean,
think that we've
with all the
recently
lore about
learned
Aegon.
that they are a product of the Witnesses Society.
Yeah.
Ooh, that guy got
That's the
me.
part I'm not too keen about.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Howdy.
You know, I think what we're gonna see is the young Ahamkara eggs are gonna hatch, and then I think that'll be the next set of protagonists in the future.
Oh, do you think so? That
That
we're
would be
gonna?
neat.
You think we're gonna battle baby Ahamkaros known as Whims?
I think what'll happen is they're gonna be used as the tool to tell the story for episodes as we go forward, right? Because we have some eggs that might have been taken or half taken, and these are wish-granting eggs, right?
Zone C
So
lost.
once they come to fruition, I think that will be the tool that Bungie uses to deliver stories.
And they'll be out to get us because
That'll
we
be
killed
neat.
all their parents?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'm down to fight some dragons, no matter what the reasons are.
Boy, me too.
Be captured. Zone
And we'll bring Riven back. And Riven, you'll have to fight with us, girl. Your little baby Whims are going to be monsters. Oh, I mean, I am interested. That really piques my interest to think that we're going to be fighting Ahamkaros. Grown Ahamkaros, enhanced with darkness. Not to mention that they're already super powerful
You are in
beings
control.
on their
Show
own.
them what that means.
Definitely will be different for sure.
Real Dark Souls hours.
Ah, darn it.
Brad, how are you, buddy? How are you? It's good to see you. But
Bradley?
I was really hoping that the Ahamkara would be a force for good. Why can't we have something go our way?
Come soon. Glorious
His
dawn.
boyfriend was good. Or seems to be. Just trying to do a good thing.
Opponent claimed zone B.
At least I'm pretty sure that was alluded to that they were together. I don't remember
Yes,
Starcross
yeah,
much.
they were a couple. They mated. She laid
he
eggs.
was good.
I really enjoyed that bit of story. I thought that was well done.
I did too. To think that Riven lived inside a gilded cage that whole time. We misjudged her.
Yeah,
Zone C lost.
that was really
And
sweet.
to think, Holden was in there shooting her eyes out yesterday, the old-fashioned way. Holding a grenade, went into Last Wish yesterday and did it the old-fashioned way, to shoot the eyes out. I've only done that twice. I have finished Last Wish dozens of times, and I have
There are days when
only
even the
been through it
Vanguard
twice where
Not like
we
you.
did it legitimately by shooting the eyes out of Riven. And
yeah, there aren't a lot of teams that's willingly doing that.
it's hard to find. It is hard to find
Yep.
someone doing that. We're gonna go to space and we're gonna pick up. Some folks.
You know, the other thing that I heard was I heard a conversation between the Drifter and I think it was oh man, I don't remember who it was, but it was talking about when Drifter lost his crew out in deep space, and he was talking about how there's like beings out there that steal your light.
Yes.
I wonder if he was talking about tormentors or if he's talking about something else, because I don't think have we ever heard any more information about the Nine?
Well,
Nope.
we know that one member of the
No.
Nine disabled our early warning system I'm going to take us to the tower, Guardians. We're going to the tower. I've got to reset my Iron Banner rank. Yay! We know that the one member of the 9 actually disabled the early warning system that allowed Gaul and the Red Legion to invade Earth. And then, of course, they gave us the Reckoning, which was kind of its own horde mode. Taken were abundant everywhere in the Reckoning. Some of you may have played the Reckoning. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the Reckoning, but we need more explanation about the 9. And I think in my reasoning of I set up at night thinking about this, Guardians. The 9, I think they are just way above what the Witness is. I think they are very far removed, and they don't really care what he does, because he can slice and dice with his fingers all he wants, and he simply cannot touch the 9. I think that's probably, they are the beginning, the middle, and the end, the 9. I think they are beyond it, because we know the darkness is separate from the Witness. The Witness is a product of the darkness. But he is not the end-all most powerful. Now, he is the most powerful we've ever faced. We're directly going to face him coming up in June. Probably around June the 14th is what the, knowledgeable people tell me. And he's going to be something like we've never encountered before based on what Bungie has said. They have gone back. And one of the reasons we're told that this season is so very long, almost like half a year, is the fact that they had to go back and reimagine, re-envision, fine-tune, and detail the raid, because they want it to be the most in-depth, exciting, challenging raid that has ever been offered in the gaming world, specifically Destiny 1 and 2. And I think we're going to get it. When I look at that and I see the 9 ships, we see 9, or is it 8 pyramid ships that are around the Witness when he goes into the Traveler. Will we be facing 8 disciples? We have faced Nezarec, we faced Rulk, and we know that Savathun really led to their destruction. And you have to wonder, he's got helpers in there. I don't think he's doing it alone. I think he has these disciples that he's collected, and they're in there, finger swiping, slicing and dicing with very specialized world-ending weaponry that they carried forth with them from their civilization. Because we know Nezarec has some type of big battle axe. His people were probably, sea dwellers, because we can look at everything that we got from that, and it looks like they were a sea-dwelling race. He was the last of his kind. And then Rulk, they were high fashion models, high heel boots, big fashion, lots of power. I think that Vow of the Disciple, I still love that raid boss over the others. Although I like Crota's End. Don't come for me because I said I loved Vow of the Disciple. But I have to wonder, what will come to fruition? What will come to fruition? The 9, Sir Amalon. Yeah, I like that you brought that up. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, I don't know if the 9 are ever going to be explored. I think Bungie will try to keep them as like the mystery. Some things are better left untouched. What I do have, I don't know if I would say concerned about, but once we go to an episodic model, is it going to? I don't know if it'll be like strictly episodes into the future, right? It might be side stories along the way. And if that's the case, it may be the case that we're coming up on like the final like cherry on top for the entire story, as opposed to like building out the universe. Because it sounds like the episodes thing is going to be like expanding sideways instead of forwards. Does that make sense?
It's time to draw.
Well,
think
you
so,
mean
too. I'm
like
pretty sure it's
we'll
gonna
be
be over.
doing a mission, but meanwhile back at the fort we could be working on, some other side missions?
May the
Yeah,
speed
like
dragon
so far the story has
light.
been chronological, right? We're moving forward. We got the big bad we're about to dunk on in June. But after the big bad goes away, you no longer have a big bad, right? Unless they do something with the darkness or with the witch that got dunked on. I can't remember her name right now.
Savathun.
Oh, Sabbath.
You know, Sir Amalan, that everything we're doing right now was pre-planned by Savathun.
What's her sister? Not Oryx. The other
Sivu
one.
Arath.
Yeah,
Sivu.
that's the one that I'm thinking of. Didn't she get banished from her own throne world? So she's gonna be mega upset about that.
Yeah, and she still has loyalists.
could go
She
get
still
a new
has
one, though.
loyalists within the Hive Empire. And the Hive Empire, we don't know how extensive it is. Trillions
Yeah.
upon trillions, possibly. We just don't know. But Eris Morn, we were told Eris Morn became the most powerful hive that ever was.
Yeah,
And
briefly.
so I don't know. I mean, she dispensed with Sivu, and could that have been the end of Sivu, or do you think she's lurking, gathering a few hive knights and reading the Book of Taken and gonna come back at us?
I think we'll see her in an episode.
Do you think
Because-
she'll be taken, or will she be a hive? Will she remain, full
Still be a
hive, or
hive.
will she be
I
taken?
I think she'll be hive. Yeah, I think she'll be a hive.
There's a My Name is Bife video, and it offers a really cool thought about Xivu Arath taking over Oryx's old ship and using his throne world instead, and taking his throne world as their own. And I think that's way too good for them not to use that perspective.
So she will
So I imagine
become the
that's what we'll
Taken
actually see.
Queen? Oryx
Well,
was the
that's
Taken
already-
King. Will she be the Taken Queen?
I'm not sure. That's
Because
just the power.
Savathun told
given
us,
to him
and
even by
in
the
one of
witness.
her cutscenes, it was revealed that Savathun said, "I was not going to become the Taken Queen." That's why she
Yeah.
chose a different path.
She
Yeah, but-
could, but it's not really. I mean, the weapon or the dreadnought itself would be what she's after. Giving it to her would give
But now
her
you
another
realize
throne
we
world.
disabled the Dreadnought. We disabled its propulsion system.
It wouldn't have to go
The
anywhere.
Dreadnought is a throne world in
Yeah.
power.
I know.
it's
But
throne
we
world
took
in
out the
physical
cores
space.
that help power that thing.
She
Yeah,
just
it's
really
kinda-
just needs
it's
a.
kinda
She
weird,
just needs
though.
a throne world.
Isn't she the Hive God of War? Which means
Yeah.
as the Hive worship war, she becomes stronger.
Mhm.
Isn't
But
that how
she
the-
was
the Hive stuff
defeated.
works?
She was defeated by Eris Morn. So sword logic dictates that the one who's still standing in the end, gets it all. And
Right, but we're about
Eris
to
Morn
wage-
defeated her.
We're about to wage the
She
biggest
didn't
war
kill
against
her.
Witness, right?
Well, I mean, she
Who-
didn't kill Savathun either, ultimately, because we left the ghost alive, but she gained all of Savathun's power.
Yeah, she was a guardian. That was a very specific circumstance.
I don't know. We need Bife on the line. Somebody
Yeah,
get him on his
that's-
hotline
yeah.
number.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't the Dreaming City supposed to be like a murder battery for her? Like that's why it's been stuck in the 3-week time loop.
Yes. Yes.
That was Morosov's throne world. That
No,
got
I'm talking about the
But
destroyed.
Dreaming City.
Savathun made wishes,
the Dreaming
though.
City itself. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It was
So
supposed
the-
to be a battery pack that basically just regenerated over and over and over, sacrifices to her.
Yeah, that's why it's on
Wild.
the 3-week loop. So
But Savathun engineered all of this stuff. Savathun even gave Tora Bottle, which is the Cabal homeworld, she engineered the downfall of Tora Bottle and then told Sivu Arath, it's yours. Do with it what you want. And all these steps, every single step, she imprisoned Rook. She actually took down Nezarek with Hive Voodoo, the green magic. And she eluded being really entangled with the Witness to any great extent. But all these plans, everything, it's all been Savathun. We are in Savathun's world right now because she made the 15th wish. She knew that we would need a way into the Traveler to pursue the Witness because she knew what the Witness wanted to do. So we're following her plan. I want to get out of Savathun's plan.
Sharp as Warbeast's teeth.
I
guess
think
it's
we should
Casey
all
a
be
liar.
concerned that we're in her plan. And we're watching her nasty little ghost. We are actually taking care of her squirmy little ghost. What's his name?
Zone A.
Not pork. I don't
Imaru.
remember. Finch? Imaru? One of
Yeah,
them.
we are
Yes,
taking
Imaru.
care of Imaru. He's basically got a private suite on the tower. And we're taking care of him.
They did that thing at the Festival of Lost where you let those things storm the tower or something. It's like one of those pumpkin nights. He got one of them to storm the bazaar where Ikora sits.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. I think it was more of a joke piece of lore than something we actually need to worry about, but I think he's also as tricky as Savathun.
I think he cannot be trusted, and we need to crush his ghost shell promptly. But
I
you know, they
agree.
always say we need him. We need him. Ikora says we need him. Mango Luck, hello, how are you? Guardians,
No,
Mango Luck is in chat. Mango Luck has been with Elysium, the world's most winning raid team, Clan Elysium. Mango Luck, how are you? Now, Mango Luck, are you on your own, or are you with a clan inside of Destiny?
I'd really like to know what's going on with like the winnower and the precursors and all that. Like in game, I want to see that explained.
Mango Luck, you left Elysium and joined T1. Is it just called T1, or is there a longer spelling for that?
Zone C lost.
I don't think I know who T1 is. Or if I do, I might not be aware that I know. I might know some of their players. Oh, Vendetta's clan. All right. I didn't know you were in there with Vendetta. You know, Vendetta gave me a big shout out yesterday during his live stream. And I got multiple followers for that. Mango Luck, give him a big thank you for me. That was really just phenomenal that he did that. Oh, Cammy Cakes, Gigs. Yes, I know who you're talking about, Mango. The triple S tier crew, the triple S tier. I know who you're speaking about. Well, you joined Legends. You know, you left a Legend and you've joined more Legends. I'm sure they were all trying to get you. Cammy Cakes, I have, yes, and Gigs. So Vendetta, you are with Vendetta's group. Zemo, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. So Mango Luck was a high priority pick. That's like the juiciest apples of the season. That's the one you want first, the juicy apple. Oh, man. Zemo, how are you? How is Final Fantasy 14?
Turn in the phone and the keys. They said there's no security on site at all, and so we have to.
No, John. I talked to John. He said he was on his way there. So I don't know if they just didn't meet up or what. But let me call John and find out, because let me call him now. Yeah, because he said he was going there. He was going to be there. He was on the way.
Oh, he got me from behind.
Okay.
Final Fantasy is treating you well, Zemo. Now, Zemo, are you going to be playing? Will you be playing? We all want to know this. Will you be playing Destiny tomorrow after reset? Horde mode. Mango, what about you? Will you be in Horde mode? I want to go into Horde mode, and I just want to live. I want to come out alive on the other side. How rough will it be? 50 levels. Mango, you're going to play tomorrow. Zemo's going to play tomorrow. Who all's going to be live streaming? I might need to turn every monitor on. Heck, I might even need to get an extra monitor. I've got a lot of iPhones laying around. Maybe I just need to turn them all on.
The howls are quiet. Return to the fight.
Zemo, you're going to do Legend difficulty right away. What are you going to take in? Mr. Meeseeks, you're going to go in hours and hours. I'm going to be there. I will be there. I just hope I can find, a team to play with. Havoc's been devoted to his music. And Evolve's been devoted to recipes.
Excited for that too. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on ransom.
You're not answering your
That's
phone.
exactly how I thought about it. Was zombies in Destiny.
It's especially when they were like 50 rounds. Like, okay, yeah,
Yep.
I'm in there.
Stellar, I'll be on. I will be on Stellar.
I'll be on too. We'll have to.
I don't know how good I'll be, but let's join up, girl. Let's join up.
Well, same, but we'll figure it
back
out.
the darkness. All right, Zemo, what are you taking in? We want to know what will be your most used weapon? Do you think? What will it be?
Zone advantage is yours.
Hey, Havoc. I mean, Ransom, I got booted.
Oh, you got booted?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Recluse is coming back.
Oh.
I hope it's as good. Well, maybe not as good, but I hope it is good. Not nerfed into oblivion. But I guess time will tell. That's my most favorite loadout of all Destiny.
What was it?
Zemo, you're going to
Recluse
go in on
Mountaintop.
strand abilities.
It was too much fun.
I don't know. In Coterie of Arms, I don't really know who's going to be playing tomorrow. I've not really talked. I've been so focused on just trying to get this grenade launcher.
It's crazy you didn't get one until yesterday.
I know, like 60 engrams I turned in just over and over, and I was denied. But I did get what's considered a god roll, and maybe I'll be able to do something with it. Oh, Vol, you still don't have it, and you've opened 40 engrams? Vol,
crazy.
You better get in here. This is like your last day. Reset tomorrow, and it's going to be pulled off. And I think it will start early, and it's going to be like a couple of hours, I believe.
They just need to get it together. They've given me 7 or 8, but they still have my my seal messed up. It was at 14 out of 15 weapons, and I've gotten probably 20 different weapons since then, and then they reset it to 4 out of 5, and none of those new rocket launchers counted. It's so broken.
So now, Stellar, are you saying you don't have it?
No, I have 8 of them, but none of them count as in the individual the weapons for the seal. They have my seal all messed up. That glitch they've been had for 2 years now. They just won't fix it.
You're going to be there in 10 minutes, and that was 15 minutes to 2.
Well, Stellar,
Weapons
maybe
you
they'll
can
get that
steal.
fixed.
Uber there.
You captured
Hopefully
Zone
they'll
C.
fix it.
Zone
It's okay
advantage
though.
is
If they
yours.
don't, as long as they fix the new, which I'm hoping, since they're changing like the new light process. Since I've made this hunter 3 times now, and I don't want to delete it because I've already done Lightfall and the Witch Queen again. But
10 seconds.
That
they're
don't make
doing that
sense.
new
I
onboarding
can
thing
send you the
because
text.
right now I have
You
that
have to
glitch
because
where
I'll be there in
Amanda
about
won't
10
talk,
minutes.
Keep fighting.
so I can't get Arc and Void
No, yeah, but
on my
I'm like,
hunter.
Zone
what
C
the?
lost.
Oh, really?
What's
As long as
going
they
on?
fix that, I'm fine. But since they're doing that new thing when they launch into the light
Well, I
tomorrow,
appreciate that.
Oh,
maybe
we're
that'll
at
work.
peak solar right now. It's still very light out. This was supposed to be,
I wasn't aware of that.
pretty dark.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
It looks
when you have to go to the
it looks
tower and
kind
talk
of
to the
Proper game
shipwright, and
breaking.
it's Amanda, right? Which it's weird because unless you're literally a brand new player, I'm like, why is Amanda here? Like, she's already died
No, I
twice
believe
with
you.
my
I'm just
Warlock and
trying
my
to figure out
Titan,
what
but here
happened
she
because
is.
he's like, hey, tell the guards my Uber picked me up late. I should be there in about 10 minutes. And that was over an hour ago. So now, I hope to God they didn't get in an accident or something.
All right, we're going to run
Because he
into
said
the
the guy was
tower.
driving like crazy.
And remember, Guardians, Ada 1 was reset. So if
I
you don't
keep
have
on
the
the call.
Ada
It's
1
not like
stuff,
Don.
pick up the
I
Ada
mean, I
1
called right
stuff.
before I called you, and he didn't answer. But that's not like him. He called me every day while he was gone up in Connecticut with the family emergency to check to see, how things were going. Let me know he's going to be back here on time. And somebody that don't care just don't do that. You know what I mean? So, but now I'm concerned about what's going.
Everything's okay.
All right, Kat got booted. Kat was sounding like she was having some darkness of her own. Some darkness of her own.
That sounded awful.
I changed characters. Can you send me another invite when you land?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh,
Faded, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to get some engrams extra because I want a better. I want to get a couple of those grenade launchers.
are you still doing Iron Banner?
Yeah, we're
did
still
the
working
game
on
kick
it.
me?
We're still working on it. Let's see. How many do I
Must have
have
been the
right
game
now?
I'll try and join back. Queen of Metal joined me.
Oh, what are you guys working on?
Oh, we got booted.
Oh, you were booted. Okay, several people
Yeah.
were booted.
Weird. Well, I left
Yeah.
to switch characters, but yeah, that's still weird.
All right, how many do I have of these Iron Banner? I've got 8. Okay, so I could try to get 8. Okay, let's send some invites out. Uniquely Stellar, invite. And J Hill Prime. Oh, J Hill Prime's back with me. I thought there's only 3 people here. This place is falling apart. Meanwhile, back at the fort, somebody's having a party and I
dark.
wasn't invited.
These mouth breathers are outside setting off fireworks. It is ridiculous. We're in the path of totality. I can't stand it. They're all outside at this ice cream stand with all these shirts on.
Oh my gosh,
They-
throw some black robes on and a big sign and go out and start screaming, end of days, end of days.
It's so ridiculous.
Then go. Be the guardian we
Oh.
need to be.
They're blocking traffic. Like, it's
Chad is
crazy.
telling me that in my area it just passed. I never really, I mean, it still looked fine
Oh.
outside to me.
It's
Envious
super
assassin chain
dark
reaction.
right now
Sweet.
here. But it was like it's passing directly over us.
Now you're in Texas, aren't you? Aren't you in Texas, Stellar, or where are you at?
No, you always say that. Like I'm in Texas with big hair. I'm in Indiana. I'm
You got
in
big
Indiana.
hair, girl, and big
No,
Cadillacs.
I don't. I don't know what about my voice says big hair in Texas, but no, Indiana. I'm central Indiana, like right outside Indianapolis. It looks like it's 10 o'clock at night right now.
Oh, okay. So you're in total darkness then. You got the
Yeah,
total
I mean
thing.
almost. Yeah, it looks like the sun is just got a little tiny bit left before it sets.
For me, this is probably because at my advanced age, this is probably the last one I'll ever see. I don't think I'm going to be, anywhere near another one. This is probably my last one. And I
You got
probably should have
glasses
gone
and stuff for it?
outside and, just, I don't know, done something. But I grew up watching a movie about these two sisters that survived some type of comet flying close to Earth. What was that called? I think Elizabeth Shue might have been one of the leads. But man, oh man. One of them was like in a trash dumpster and the metal roof saved her, and then the other sister was like in a building that had a metal roof. And I loved that movie. I loved it. And so I've never wanted to go outside and watch anything like that. And I'm one of those people at the beach. If I'm at a beach, I have a long sleeve shirt on, and I'm under an umbrella trying to not turn into a crispy because I get burned up. All right, we're going to go to space. Everybody be sure, Ada 1, grab Ada 1 because you want to get those ornaments. Okay, can I get anything over here from Shax? Shax, can you give me anything?
Time to fight.
Now, I have 8 ornaments, so there is going to be opportunity. Okay, wow, did I not get anything from Shax?
Don't waste it.
And look at this. I've got 99 engrams with Shax, and they stop. You have to turn these in because once you get 99, you are not going to collect anymore. And you want everything possibly that you can get in this game. Resources. It's the name of the game. Resources. All right, let me go over and try to just grab a
Definitely
couple
have
of
the
those.
99.
I'm
I've
bad to
reset my
let
Crucible
these...
rank, I think, 24 times now, and I've only opened a few engrams.
Are you telling me that your prestige on Shax
Oh,
is...
it's Prestige 23.
Wow! Wow!
It's Trials, whenever it's bonus Crucible rewards, is extremely good for leveling it. But I have also just been playing a lot of Crucible.
Wow! Jay Hill! I mean, I'm beginning to think you're a bot. You're a bot to be able to play that much.
I was talking to Bradley yesterday, and so I just reset my Zavala Vanguard rank for the first time this season. Or no, for the second time. So I have 2 resets in Vanguard and 23 in Crucible.
Wow! I don't think I've seen anyone, even the content creators, live streamers that I watch, I do not think that I've seen anyone that high. I just don't think I've seen it. What's Queen of Metal? Queen of Metal, if you're listening, what is your level in Crucible? What is your level, prestige level?
Oh, Queen of Metal, the Exile's Curse, yeah, me too. I got one. I still even use it, but I know it's really bad. But I still use it because it's such a fun weapon. There was a point I had 8 exotic engrams. Every single slot was full with exotic engrams from Crucible.
Hex, how are you, buddy?
And
What
I
have you
turned
been
them all in
doing?
at once and got nothing.
Cash, you
good.
got to clean your vault today. Hackerman Hex, I'm doing good, buddy. I'm trying to just earn some engrams. Do I have all the emblem banners from him? I don't think I do. I think I'm missing one. And I'm looking this legacy stuff. I'm missing that. I am missing that, and there's a lot of this I need. Wow, and it takes a lot of engrams to buy that. I'm not going to go for that old armor. I'm going to buy one of these and see what it drops at. I still got 7. I've still got 7. Hex, I am on my hunter today. Yesterday, Slideways and Hatchling. I'm not going to hate on this. I'm a fan of Hatchling. Precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with this weapon. You can't get a precision final blow with a wave frame grenade launcher. That's
Nice.
crazy town.
Queen. Good Lord, 91.
Rapidly defeating targets with this weapon spawns a threadling at the target's location. In Slideways, sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts handling and stability. So this is not horrible. Oh, Hex, you've opened 57 engrams for your multi-mock. Woo, that's a lot. You know, I opened about 60 before I got my first grenade launcher. All right, Guardians, we're going back to space. Let's make sure that everybody who wants to be here is here. Because
Team chat.
this is better. This is better when you go in with friends. And Guardians, let's all be friends. We got to stick together. We got to stand up against the darkness. We got to push it back and push it out of the solar system that we call home. We're Guardians. It's what we do. That and a good bowl of ramen on the afternoon lunch break. A good bowl of ramen. 3, 4, 5. We have room for one. Room for one. Who will it be now? GP Red.
Metal has 91 resets, Ransom.
Who does?
Queen of Metal.
Queen of Metal.
Got me beat.
You have been playing hard. You've been
Yeah.
in it to win it. You've been in it to win it.
Also, I have the a similar role of Queen of Metal, but it's still a good fusion. Don't give up on it.
Let's see. Professor Dumbledore, are you coming in? Faded, I don't see you, buddy. You must be at work. Faded must be at work. Is Professor Dumbledore in the game? Is he here? We need one person. We need one person. Who's here? There's Meek. Let's see what Meek is doing. Playing Gambit. Meek. The dirty word. I said the dirty word out loud. Gambit. Gambit. Not the belt again. What's not the belt again doing? In orbit.
That name.
Faded, you're at home, but you'll be online at some point. You're grilling hamburgers, the Eclipse burger. What do they
Nice.
have in them? What do they got in them? Oh, all right. We're going in. We needed one, but we'll pick somebody up on the next go round. Let's go in. Control. Cue the music. Cue the music. Oh, Dronology? Okay, let me look. Let me find you, buddy. Are you on right now? I don't see you on. Oh, here you are. Here you are. All right. Dronology is going to join us. But Hex, it's good to see you. It is good to see you. When you're feeling like you want to go back into Trials of Osiris, I need a team in there that's really, really good because I don't have any problem saying it. I have not fine-tuned my skill set inside of Trials.
It's tough. But a lot of it is actually knowing how to deal with. It's almost like vocabulary in a way. Knowing how to answer someone else's loadout and how to react in certain scenarios. Sorry.
And J Hill Prime, knowing the maps. There are people that absolutely know every spot where you're going to turn the corner, where you're going to appear.
Yeah.
There's people that just know because they live in there.
There's a guy who just absolutely destroyed me. Conk, or his name on here is I've forgotten. I'd have to look. But he was using submission, and I've never seen anyone else move like he did. And it was the craziest thing. Um,
There are people that they just have mad skills, don't they, Jay Hill? They have mad skills.
oh, absolutely.
I'm going to say something. Okay, I'm going to say this out loud. I tune in to Grenader Jake when Trials of Osiris is in town and he's playing. And I know this might be rotten to say, but I always get a little kick out of when somebody on the opposing team takes Grenader Jake down. It's like, yes, somebody got the master of Trials of Osiris. I'm rooting for the underdog.
interesting
I
to
root
watch.
for the little guy, and sometimes it's a joy to see somebody get Grenader Jake. It really is. We were playing in Iron Banner against GSXR Clyde. Do you know him, J Hill Prime?
Clyde,
Yeah.
I know of him. I've never watched him. I watched Grenader Jake though.
We were playing against him, and Dom was on my team. He's a full member of Coterie of Arms, and Dom was, got him a couple of times, and Clyde actually mentioned him, in his live stream, because I was live streaming, Clyde was live streaming. He was on the opposing team. We were not playing with him, against him. And it was really a sweet feeling to know that Dom got him, because he's been playing for a long time, Clyde has. And Grenader Jake has played more PvP than any other Guardian on the face of the earth. More than any Guardian, Grenader Jake has played more of it.
He's approaching 4K flawlesses, I think. Last time I checked.
Wow, really?
He's definitely played more trials than anybody else, but he doesn't play comp, because that's just a whole new thing. You'd think trials is more sweaty, but it's not. Comp is ridiculous.
Why do you think he
But
doesn't
he
play
puts
comp?
out a lot of good tips. Why?
Yeah,
it's
why
just
does he
that
not?
bad.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
Comp is on a whole nother level. I don't load into comp ever.
I got my Rose hand cannon, and then I got out of there. Isn't that where I got Rose
yeah.
from?
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. I got a roll, I'm out, never playing it again.
Oh boy.
And I stick to that. It is the worst game mode in Destiny.
Yeah, I just got that weapon, and then I'm like, bye. I
It
never
has
want to
none
come
of
in
the
here
fun that
again.
Trials does.
Oh, he got me with a sword. The other half.
The flames
I'm gonna
have
have to
gone
get
cold.
onto my. I need to make a switch and get onto my hunters, or to my Titan is what I need to do.
Opponent claimed Zone C.
I definitely like Grenader
Opponent
Jake.
claimed
He
Zone
gives
B.
off
I
really
like
good
Grenader
advice
Jake
and
a
good
lot.
tips.
Yeah, I think he's very likable, and I applaud anyone that can play that much.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
And still have sanity.
Be vigilant.
Yeah. This other team is kind of... I don't think I've left spawn yet.
I'm calling it. 10 seconds.
Oh man, they're calling it. We just
Wow.
got here.
Yeah, I don't think that game was more than 2 minutes.
Hard fought, but no victory today.
But I do, Guardians, I feel like root for the underdog.
The Iron
Sometimes
Man's
they
never
need that
stopped.
little bit of extra
You.
to get over the hump. And I am for rooting for the underdog. That doesn't mean I like Grenader Jake any less, because I have mad respect for him and all that he does, and taking so many Guardians through. That's exceptional when you're taking Guardians into something that's very challenging and difficult, and you're showing them a route, a path to be successful in there. So hats off to Grenader Jake.
Absolutely, that's super difficult to do.
But I still love
taking
seeing somebody
people
get
to
in
the
there once in a
Yeah.
Who else is really big inside of Trials and PvP? Who are the big ones, Jay Hill? Do you know?
Well, you got Frostbolt. And
Now I watch Frostbolt
I
some. I
think
do.
he does that a lot. Well, there's the Golden Eagle, the guy that he plays with. He is
Mm,
insanely good.
I don't think I've watched Golden Eagle. I like to
I'm
watch
not
some
actually
of.
sure if he streams.
I like all the players. I've watched all the players a lot. Aegis, I've watched a lot. Vendetta, I watch a lot. You know, mainly I watch a lot of them because they've been and hung out with me in my live stream before, and I've done raids and
That's really
content
cool.
with them. But they're fun to watch. You know, they raise the bar. I've played some with Zemo and raids and had a really good time. And then just there's other people that I watch because I find that they're amusing or they're funny or they're not as serious. I've got several folks in my list on Twitch that I watch. I just watched a video about how Twitch is, not financially successful, that they use money from Amazon and Prime. Amazon
Really?
Prime.
Hmm.
Their CEO of Twitch came out and said, no, they lose money, but Amazon believes in them and keeps them lucrative, loaded with the bucks.
Iron Banner.
And that was a real revelation. I didn't realize that they were in that position. And the video was featured on. He's 10p. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky 10p. It was on his channel. He featured, the interview and talked about it.
You're unkillable. Prove them right.
So a little bit surprising. I thought that they would absolutely just be, ate up with the bucks.
Opponent claims Zone C.
That's probably why I didn't see it. That is not a person I watch very often.
I don't either. It popped up in my feed on my socials. It popped up and I clicked it and watched it. But I should watch it because I'm featured on their day one raid team video. Crimson, who's a member of that clan, comes and hangs out in my channel a lot, and we follow each other on X. And he featured me inside their clan video.
That's awesome. That's crazy. You talk to these people so often. You've got like a connection community or a community of connection. That's really cool.
Maybe someday their skills will rub off on me. I'll get a little bit of skill.
I'll hit them again.
That would be awesome to learn something from them.
Now Zemo, I watch all the
Yeah,
time,
speedrunning
and
strats
one of
from him,
these
that'd
days,
be cool.
I am gonna make the jump inside of Warlord's Ruin, and I'm gonna jump over. I am gonna jump over that big gigantic Taken orb, smack dab in the middle of Warlord's Ruin, just like Zemo. Just like Zemo. It's my goal in life to
Zone A
get over
captured.
that.
2 zones are yours.
He does a strand. He throws strand. And absolutely just goes right over that Taken orb where the flying witches. Do you know it, Jay Hill, in the middle of Warlord's Ruin?
Zone A
That is
access
wild.
is on.
I didn't even know you could jump over that. I'd figure there was a death barrier.
I thought so too, and he goes right over it. It's really phenomenal. And I like when I see Guardians who show you the way. Like, who knew you could do that? I certainly didn't, and that was something I would have never tried it. So, I definitely like to see Guardians that raise the bar and they're showing you a path less taken. It's my whole thing. Sometimes the path is smooth and paved for you, but occasionally if you go through a few briars, you might find a better way. And Zemo goes through the briars so that all of us can see that different, oftentimes better way. But the next time I go in there, you know, deathless or not, will I try to get over that taken orb with Strand? Absolutely, I'll be trying it. I will try it until they take it out of the game, or I absolutely don't play it anymore. And Guardians, there is content that I don't like to play. I'm gonna say it. You know, Ghost of the Deep. I don't like to play it.
Captured Zone B. 2 zones are yours.
I'm not a fan of Ghost of the Deep. I did my 21 times in there to get Artifice armor.
Way too long.
It's just too much. It's the underwater stuff, you know, with no battles where we're just trying to get to the next battleground that makes me not like it. Uniquely Stellar, you look fantastic.
Thanks.
Dronology, you look good.
Ever.
And J Hill Prime, I know you've told this, you're bringing Mad Style. You and Queen of Metal, I mean, something's going on. Side by side every time. Something's going on. I know something's going on. Cue the music. Cue the music.
Really love to just not use auto rifles in Crucible ever again. Really puts me to sleep.
But that's the meta right now, we're told.
Sadly, it definitely is. Get you a precision frame auto rifle, and
that's why Amit is so good in here.
yeah, Emmett. Yeah, it's really good too.
Guardians,
Sure.
I've got to get in here with some folks and clean out my, you know, I've got to clean out my vault. I do not want to take this mess into the new season. You know, we're going to be earning a lot of new weapons. And I kind of feel like everybody's rule is if you've had it for, you know, over a year and it says 0, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Well, you'll get 100 more slots. You don't have to.
I need to though. It's too much. It's overwhelming. I need to just clean out some stuff.
Well,
Pocket
person
Reality
you should
says,
go get Astro.
remember
He'll help you
when
good.
pulse rifles hit like tanks in the first Destiny? That was your favorite meta. One Way Garrett, hey Ransom, do I have permission to put your channel in my comments? Absolutely, One Way Garrett. I'm a fan of yours. I am a fan of yours.
I don't know. I hate this passive sit in the back of the map meta. It's very not engaging, and more like a sucker punch kind of gameplay. You get shot and you just have no idea where from because they're for Vostok, for example. It's just not fun.
You know, this has been this week of Iron Banner. It has been the most fun I've had in Iron Banner really ever, and I think part of it is Guardians just releasing the tension of competitive gameplay where you're, you know, up against another group of Guardians who may have skill sets that you've yet to develop. And Guardians, if you don't have the skill sets, it just means they haven't developed. You know, if you play this stuff a lot, if I came in here every single day, you know, every week and did something in Crucible, you eventually, you're going to get a lot better. You're going to learn these maps. You're going to be able to come in here and show them what the light can do. And I bet J Hill Prime did not start out on top winning the Trials of Osiris Lighthouse adventure. How long did it take you?
Actually, this is the past couple seasons. So before these past couple seasons, well, no, I guess the season before that too. But that was like maybe once or twice a season. Maybe. It would take so much effort to get there, and these past couple seasons, I was just started practicing, started playing Trials more, getting used to the loadouts, how people play it, and that's all it takes. Now I go every week.
Oh, he got me from the side? Get out of here, SB.
Slid right over there.
That sounds like spy. I think you're a spy for the darkness. Your ghost is corrupt with bad programming.
We got a Fellwinter over here.
I wanted to really love that weapon, and I just never, I don't know, something I just did not play with Fellwinters a lot.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
It was really good. I'm not sure exactly what happened to it now. It doesn't feel as good. I don't remember it getting any nerfs, but it's very possible.
It was nerfed at some point way back when.
It definitely feels it.
I think what happened is the PvP community, they were outraged at its abilities, and the nerf.
It definitely needed it.
They nerfed it. Wow, what did he get me with? A throwing knife.
It's definitely still usable. It's better than Mindbender's Ambition. I'm surprised people are still using that.
Zone C captured. 2 zones are yours.
I wanted Mindbender's Ambition so bad. I wanted that so bad. Isn't that the one with all the hive runes all over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having to work to get that weapon. I don't remember what I worked at, but I was working at something.
I don't remember either. I feel like it did have like some really rare drop chance on some activity, but I don't know. I can't place it now. I've been looking for a Matador. That's one of the best shotguns right now.
I have a lot of shotguns inside my vault. And I actually was thinking today, I thought to myself, Ransom, self, get up, go into Destiny, and do what you love. And that, my friends, is a 3 shotgun build. And just
shotguns.
A 3 shotgun build. You know, every slot with shotguns. And go in and just do something fun for the thrill of it. For the thrill of it. And not anything, you know, not anything that's going to be really super difficult. And did I? No, because I said I need to get more of these grenade launchers. Because what'll happen, I'll be saying, why didn't I get more grenade launchers? I had every opportunity. I had days on end where I could get more grenade launchers. It should be falling grenade launchers upon me right now. So I gave up my shotgun thing. And I gave up my shotgun deal that I had pre-planned inside of my mind this morning in bed. And I said, no, get the grenade launcher, go into Iron Banner, invite as many people that you can, teams of 6, 5 invites, and have fun that way. Because Iron Banner this week has been a lot of fun.
Past couple Iron Banners. Feels different. I don't know. It's probably because we're playing with 6, yeah. Like you were saying.
And, you know, when you've got folks, like, you know, I've got a really nice team in here. And you know, and we're not gonna, you know, we're not superstars. As you can tell from our gameplay, we're not setting the world on fire. You know, we're not gonna be invited to the next tournament in Dubai. I hate to say it, but, you know, we're not gonna be going to the tournaments in Dubai. But what we get to have is more fun than the team that is going to the tournament in Dubai.
So.
Maybe. Or is it Abu Dhabi? You know, it's one of those places.
No idea. I didn't even know that was a thing.
But don't let up. They won't. Opponent claims Zone A. Opponent claims Zone B.
You know, there's another guy that I watch. He's a live streamer, content creator. He's got a wicked sense of humor. He will roast like Gambit. He's roasted Gambit before.
Zone C.
Who hasn't, though? It is universally hated now, right?
A clean victory.
And it's always been so funny to watch him. I can't think of what his name is. If Havoc was here, Havoc would know who it is.
Spirits the two.
It seems like it starts with an F, maybe, but just really, he's done Gambit. Who is it, Havoc? Fallout Plays.
Fallout.
I like his sense of humor. I like Fallout Plays a lot. But ultimately, my number one, the one I enjoy really watching the most, Asda Cross. I'm a big Asda Cross fan. I think he's just very entertaining.
Informative. Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, I don't watch a lot of his live streams. I watch his prepared videos. The stuff that he does, and I like him best in Destiny. You know, he plays a lot of different games, but I definitely like his Destiny stuff the best. Punkster Higgs, how are you, buddy? Oh, Mr. Seeks, Mr. Me Seeks. Asda Cross's live streams are also good. I know that when he's live streaming, he has thousands and thousands of people watching. I think he's probably one of the top Destiny live streamers. Now, I say that, and I know there are people inside of Twitch that have millions of followers. Millions. And it's usually the people that are over just on the Just Chatting channel. They're just chatting. Like, what are they chatting about that they have 1 million followers? What subject matter? I have never gone in, but maybe I need to stop in and see what they're chatting about. You know, I don't know. Is it educational? What are those folks chatting about? Has anybody gone in and listened to the chatters that have the millions of followers? And of course, YouTube has folks with millions of followers. You know, there are people out there with 15, 20 million followers. Could I watch something where somebody's just chatting? I guess if it was really interesting. You know, if you don't have something interesting to say, they play the music on you. And by that, Guardians, I mean, you know, they hit the music button and they, you know, push you right off stage. But if you've got something interesting and you're entertaining, you know, you don't get the music. There's a girl that did Legally Blonde. She's kind of got long hair. She played on those two girls that were waitresses. And she just did a series that I didn't get to watch, but everybody absolutely loved her in it. Ariana Grande mimicked her, or, you know, did an impression of her on one of the late night shows. What is her name? The two girls that were a waitress, she was like in the upstairs apartment from them, and she was great. Jennifer Coolidge, maybe? And Jennifer Coolidge can get on stage, Guardians, and absolutely just talk about the most mundane thing and make it so interesting. She's blessed with a talent that makes the mundane seem fascinating. And I'm a fan of hers. I am a big fan of hers. She had a part in Legally Blonde. She was like an esthetician, or, you know, manicure, petty Manny type thing for Reese Witherspoon's character. She was awesome in it. She was memorable. She was awesome. Oh, Cass, BRX, thank you for that, buddy. 100% thank you for that. You know, I appreciate when I hear things like that. So it makes the game a lot more fun knowing that you get to hang out with people. Disjunction, who threw this into the mix? I feel like we always need to pull a Sparrow here. This thing it takes you 10 minutes to get to the opposing team. And I always feel like I'm going to step on an alien frog. Are these what Rook eats for dinner? Or are these on Savathun's throne world? You know, we're on Savathun's throne world. This is like
Bungie
part of the
was
swampy
taking something
pyramid.
special while making this map.
Why, Jay Hill, why do you think they gave us a map? You know, we have this and we have the Dreadnought, where they're massive.
Maps are awful. I love the Taken King. I'm an absolute fanboy of anything Oryx related, even by happenstance. But his Crucible map and this one,
Two of the worst in the game.
I refuse to play them.
Yeah, they're two of the worst in the game. And I love Taken King. Like Taken King, Guardians, if you weren't here for Taken King, I'm gonna let you know you missed something grand, because Taken King was a revelation in gaming. I mean, it really was. Oh, the guys out there in the outfield playing the swamplands.
Yeah.
But Taken King, you heard Jay Hill say, it was an absolute revelation to get to play through that. And when you finally destroyed him, ooh, it was a good feeling. You know, I danced around 1v1 with Oryx. I don't even know what the mission was called, but like you had to battle him on the Dreadnought in a 1v1 for something, I thought. Do you remember that, Jay Hill?
Regicide. It's called Regicide.
Regicide.
It's my most played mission.
And when I finally beat him in Regicide,
it was phenomenal.
Like, I treated myself to a steak dinner. I was like, yes, I took down Oryx. I am that Guardian. I am that Guardian. It was really quite amazing.
The way he's sitting in the darkness as the door opens and you like get the light up.
Yeah, the little trail of fire.
It is just the coolest reveal I've ever seen of a boss in gaming in general.
And it will absolutely send chills all over you, will it not, Jay Hill?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was a spectacular mission. I remember thinking, I can't see. How am I ever going to get my way out of here? And, of course, I was, Havoc was in the background in my ear telling me that I would never defeat Oryx. And so, it was my mission. It was my mission to defeat Oryx.
Zone C captured.
And I finally did. I finally did. But now, if you didn't follow that fire, it was hard to find your way in there. It was really hard. Did you follow it immediately, Jay Hill, or were you a little bit late following the fire?
I just watched it go up to the door, but I remember it being a hallway, like a straight hallway.
It was a hallway. It led you deeper in.
Zone advantage is yours. Zone C lost.
Yeah, that and a la cool, the Dark Blade down in the sewer system, of the Dreadnought. Man, oh man.
That was a really cool subplot.
That was, and I think that's how we got Dark Blade, Dark Drinker. Isn't that how we got the special exotic swords in D1? You had to kill Ala Kul on a special mission, and you had to kill his captain.
Yeah, that was the final step. Yeah, you're right. You had to go down there in the strike, and there was a second boss that would spawn depending on.
And they had to be killed within 3 seconds of each other.
Yeah. That was tough. I actually went back and got Razorlighter, but I never. Wait, no, I did actually get them all. Never mind, I did.
Boy, I tell you, Jay Hill. We were in that and we were suffering. That was a long mission. You had to work your way down into the sewer system.
Yeah, for sure.
And, Havoc and I had been battling. It was he and I think that was a 3-man. You could do that 3-man. And Havoc and I were in there together, just the two of us. And I was near death, right? I was near death. And I knew that I wasn't going to survive. And I supered. And this is back in a day when, like, you couldn't roam around. When you used your arc super, you had one slam and it was over. And I slammed down, and it took the captain out, and then right after that, a la cool, the Dark Blade went down. And Havoc was so upset. He was so upset thinking that I had killed, the captain without getting a la cool. And I'm like, we got it. Calm down.
Yeah.
We got this.
Would have been a long way back.
But it was a battle to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thrilling moment. And there was another Hydra Mind
Zone B captured. Zone
where you had to fight back through one of the valleys and go after her. Oh man, what did they do to me? You had to fight through. This was D1, Guardians. It was D1, and I was battling. Now, I went back in there recently on the legendary setting inside of D1. I say recently, it's been a couple of months. And I recorded all of those and put them on my channel. There is a video. But I thought her solo. But I remember going through with Havoc and Vol, my original fire team, and absolutely, struggling to try to survive in there. And then fast forward years later, and I did do it, solo, and had a blast. Because I use now, when I go into D1, I carry a taken shotgun, and I shotgun everything, around.
Blind Will, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I love that shotgun. Now, there is a problem inside of D1, Guardians. First of all, if you've never played it, don't hesitate to go in and have D1 in your system, because it's worth it. If you're on computer, it's not designed for computer. It would have to be on a PlayStation or Xbox. But don't hesitate to get that game, because that match was thrilling back in the day, because we struggled to stay alive. And the match...
You don't really talk about Destiny 2 like you do Destiny 1. It's something special.
Jay Hill... it's not just me, right? It's not just me.
It's not just you.
When you got some ammo to drop inside of D1, it was like a thrilling moment. You were like, wow, I got...
No. Yeah.
Otherwise,
No
you had to
rally
use
banners
ammo synthesis.
Good.
Yep. Honestly,
And-
that was a much better system.
It really, oh, I got some more engrams. It was really, when you won inside of D1, you felt like a winner. Like, they better get that podium ready on the tower when you get back, because you're going to do a little dance, and you're going to stand on that podium, and you're going to shout to the world, I made it. I made it. And there were 2 missions that were Hydra mines. One was like in the Black Garden, and then there was another, I don't know where she was at. I did both of those on my channel and had a blast in both of them. And luckily, I was having a problem because I ran out of ammo and ammo synthesis in one of them. And the game ended up, a fellow Guardian came in, like in the last 2 or 3 minutes, they were loaded into the match. And we got her, but I was out of ammo and struggling to stay alive against her. And it felt as good 5 or 6 years later, 7 years later, as it did the first time I beat that mission. But Havoc and Vol were my original fire team, and we shared, all that stuff, trying to get it together. And then I remember there was a PlayStation exclusive. You hear me call her the Lionfish. She is from.
Oh yeah, that's Strike.
Do you remember it, Jay Hill? There was like a
I never
special
played
mission.
it
Was
Xbox, but
PlayStation
yeah.
exclusive, and it was like the lionfish. And they used the same lionfish inside of what's the raid that we do? Garden of Salvation.
Garden of Salvation.
Iron Banner.
And isn't she's like in the
I forget
first
what
two
it's
encounters.
called.
I don't know her name,
Yeah.
but she's beautiful, and she just reminds me of a big lionfish. Casby RX, you still have Destiny Edition PS4 in your bedroom? I have it on my PS. Oh, there's nobody here, but J Hill Prime, you're front and center.
Your weapons will
I have it on my
Unleash
PS5.
them.
I need to crank
Lost
it up
one.
and play a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
We did lose one. We'll have to pick it back up.
Who did we lose?
Just before the game started, I don't remember.
Zone C.
I didn't read it.
Boisterous Dave, how are you, buddy? How is the content creation going? Boisterous Dave is a content creator, live streamer. It's good to see you, Boisterous Dave.
Are yours.
Pocket Reality, you had good memories of D1. I think most of us did. I don't really run into anybody that has, rotten memories of D1. It just was it was challenging in a different way. Jay Hill, what do you think? What happened along the way?
I don't know.
Zone B
It's hard to say because is it just the direction they wanted? Did they want it to be more accessible to people, and that's why some things are boring? Because you definitely don't have that feel good after you do a Nightfall or something like that. Because those were tough. You'd be
Yeah.
in the final room with the boss, either cheesing it with some video or just really, really struggling.
Wolves rest.
It's
The hunt.
it was harder. It made it feel better.
Yeah,
And the
even
rewards-
the Plague Lands inside of D1, the Iron Lord expansion.
Oh yeah.
When you finally made it through the Plague Lands, it was like, oh man, that guy got me with unending Tempest. When you made it through those Plague Lands, you had accomplished something in there because they reissued Galahorn.
That mission was perfect.
Zone C.
That
lost.
played like a cutscene that was so good.
And it was like the farm. I remember it just being, like the farm where we had to go and battle all of these fallen to get the re-release of Galahorn. So Galahorn
Yep.
has had 3 releases inside of this game. The original release where people did not realize what it was.
Zone B lost. The hunt is
And
on.
then
This is your end.
it was re-released inside of D1. And then we got another version of it for the 30th anniversary pack. And so that's
Want to see the Iron Galahorn come back for that too, but I understand.
Curtis says I still miss No Land Beyond.
Oh, NLB has to come back.
Pocket Reality
If this game
Exotics
ends
felt
before
like
that,
legit exotic
be upset.
alien technology. Yeah, they
Pocket
did.
Infinity was cool.
You captured Zone B.
So I have nothing but fond memories of D1.
Opponent claims Zone A.
If there are, it would be probably maybe Shield Brothers Nightfall. That was rough, but it's
Oh
rough in a
man,
good
I
way.
just recently did Shield Brothers. That was
one
that was a
was
tough one,
crazy.
Jay Hill. It was tough.
Yeah.
God, he would come out and throw that big round barrier down and still spew hate at you on the battlefield. All those missiles would come launching at you. Meanwhile, the Cabal were falling out of the ceiling and coming up out of the floor. Little Scions would try to snap you and spew hate.
Press on.
Man, oh man, that was an absolute blast to do the Shield Brothers. Meanwhile, you know, your ghost is telling you, like, hurry, hurry, they're going to blow this place. And the Cabal wanted to blow it up. They wanted to destroy
Zone C captured.
the Hive Dreadnought. And we knew that if it blew, it took us with it, our solar system. So things were rough. The Shield Brothers, yeah, I had forgotten about that. And I did do that
one
just a few
strike with
months
the
ago.
dubious volley boss. Back before we actually had the Warcliffe coil, is always hypothesized the dubious volley from that strike
5 minutes remain.
with the big ogre in the middle, where that gets released halfway through.
Yes, yeah,
I don't know if you remember.
I do.
That one would have been. That one was kind of hard too. The Scion flare.
Oh,
Oh,
my
I'm gonna have
gosh,
to go
where
back
we
and
went to
play.
the old movie, the old cinema. Man, we had to work our way. It was on Mars, and you had to get those
Yep.
special Scions that had the wedding veils on. And there were 3 of them. There was a Solar, Void, and Arc wedding veil.
Captured
Yep.
Zone A.
That was so hard because those little guys had health bars 2 miles long.
Show them you
Yeah.
won't go quiet.
Yeah, they did. Those rewards though were great. For hunters at least.
Get him, Jay Hill, get him.
I got the one. Couldn't see him through the fire for a minute. Almost didn't kill him.
Zone B captured. 2 zones are yours.
I shouldn't have snuck back.
Oh, I
Shouldn't
got a
have
kill with a
snuck
skip
back.
grenade. That never happens.
Boisterous Dave, thank you for hanging out, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, defeat! All right, let's go to the tower when we get about some commendations.
The measure.
Curtis says I'd settle for it as a special weapon just for the memories. Make it terrible and barely usable.
I wouldn't care if NLB came back. I'd
No
use
land
it, no matter what
beyond.
state it's
No
in.
land beyond.
Or no agility beyond. You run so slow with that thing out.
But yeah, good times inside of D1. I mean, I played on the Dreadnought over and over. I put those special coins into the jukebox and I pulled down all the enemies. Oh, Valor overflowing? Nice. I did everything on there. And Guardians, here's, a little bit of sadness for me. I had been collecting all the things on the Dreadnought. What were they? They were like little magic stones.
Calcified fragments.
Fragment? What kind again were they, Jay Hill?
Calcified fragments. They were
Calcified
the
fragments.
Books of Sorrows.
I had been
Or Books of
collecting,
Sorrow.
and then I switched over from Xbox to PlayStation and lost every bit of progress. It's not like it is today where you could
Wow.
just, carry over. So I lost
Oh, right,
everything.
yeah.
I had to start my calcified fragments over again on my PlayStation and Guardians. I on D1, I still, I think I'm like 2 or 3 calcified fragments away from being able to get Touch of Malice in D1. And that really still bothers me that I do not have Touch of Malice inside of D1. I need to get those calcified fragments, and then I need to go in and do that mission to get Touch of Malice. And I still want it in that game. I still want to have it in that game. But for that reason, a lot of my exotics don't show up inside of my version on my PlayStation. because a bulk of that stuff was earned on my Xbox, and you could not link your accounts back in those days.
Always good to see another hero.
Now, did you get that weapon, Jay Hill, in D1?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got Touch of Malice. I didn't actually get Outbreak Prime.
On your way.
I had the quest forever, and I just couldn't find a person with the same progress as me, because you had to progress together to do that quest, and you had to, like, there was math equations and stuff to do. It was a wild quest, but yeah, I didn't get that one, but I got Touch of Malice.
Fight, Guardian. No one.
Curtis says, I got
second
Touch of
favorite
Malice,
gun.
but never got Icebreaker of all things. Maybe I'll
I
go
didn't get
back
to get
and try
Icebreaker
for it
either.
someday.
A gift from the old.
Those bounties are mean. Just never drop it.
There's some really tough. There's some tough stuff back in D1. I would love for them just to use some Sony money and really meld D1 and D2 into one big massive game. I would just love it.
That
I
would be
love
amazing. I always said that D2 with D2 or D1 with D2 systems, like with the mantling and how smoothly it plays, would just be a
and
perfect
bows and
game.
arrows, J Hill Prime. We cannot give up.
Oh, I could live without bows and arrows.
No. We gotta Wish Ender. No way. We want Wish Ender.
I could definitely live without Wish Ender.
But mantling, the Legicist Guardians, aka mantling, there's a couple of other names for it. That when you go back into D1, you immediately miss it. I mean, you miss it.
There's a big difference.
That was a major thing when we came forward into this game, and we actually had the ability to mantle. It was like, wow, this alone made Destiny 2 worth it to get to do that. And then we have roaming supers. Titans did not have a wall. We could not throw down.
Better times.
We couldn't throw that shield down at all. And we couldn't really do a lot of roaming with supers back in those days. And another thing that I love inside of D2, Strand, be the river. Strand, I like stasis, yes. But because Strand offers me the mobility of Spider-Man, I'm an absolute fan. Now, this has Slice and Vorpal weapon. And Slice, casting your class ability, allows this weapon to sever targets on hit for a brief duration. Up to a maximum number of targets. Okay, what's the maximum number? I want to know. If it does 4, tell me it does 4. If it does 6, tell me it does 6. I need to know the number. Don't boo-hoo, baha me, and let me be gaslighted by something called Slice and not give me definites. Bungie, we love you. This game is phenomenal. But when this comes up, I want to know exactly what it does. They did that so they can fine-tune this weapon later, and ultimately they're thinking we're not going to know. But there are Guardians out there, like Asdacross and all those folks we've talked about today. They're going to test this weapon. They will know exactly how Slice works and how many targets will be affected. And we're going to know if it's nerfed. Don't try to pull one over on us, Bungie. We're going to know. We're going to know. They'll never know. We're going to know. Increased damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active. I'm a fan of Vorpal weapon. So, is this a good one? Velocity, and I'm always, unless you've got a tracking rocket launcher or, tracking, when you want a steady tracking, a slower velocity is better, because if your target changes its direction or its location, if your rocket is moving slowly, it has more time to make corrections on its trajectory. If your rocket is moving really, really fast, you don't have the time to make course corrections. So velocity is important. Pay attention to it if you like tracking. And that was my soapbox about tracking for the day. I was on a soapbox. Do I want to keep this one? Maybe. After speaking,
Purple's not great on it.
after keep talking to Hex earlier, everybody's going for that special, multi-Mac. I guess is it multi-Mac CCX, and I'm kind of in the same. I'm in the same corral that Jay Hill is. I've never been super crazy about submachine guns at this speed because they're wobbly. They are absolutely wobbly. And if you're playing on a console, they're going to be even more wobbly because computer PC really gives you a level of control that is totally in a different category versus a console. Console players, I know you have to have mad skills. If you switched over to a computer, you'd be amazed at how much better it is. It's why I can use Polaris Lance a lot better. I have PlayStation 5s downstairs in the game room, and if I play on those, there's a noticeable difference. It's noticeable. Q, how are you? How goes it? It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So do I want to pull out a multi-mock? No, I want another one of these. I'm going to grab another
I'll probably go for one just because Bradley was talking about it having, you can get a roll with 0 range. I'd like to have one of those just for funny ha-has, but that's all I'd go for.
Envious Assassin and Swashbuckler. This weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Now, Envious Assassin, Guardians, I'm a fan. Defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one transfers ammo to the magazine from reserves. This effect can overflow the magazine based on the number of targets defeated. Wow. Now, Guardians, I'm all of a sudden feeling like this is a really good one. Swashbuckler gains increased damage from melee kills, and on a Titan, maybe is Arc going to be modified anytime? Because we could put Insurmountable Skull for it on. I could run this weapon with Swashbuckler and Envious Assassin, and just punch and grind my way through masses of rotten little enemies of humanity. This one looks like a fair one based on your playstyle. And Guardians, here's something really important. Your playstyle can determine what weapon really is the god roll for you. Now, I know everybody's going to say, no, there's the accepted god roll. Well, guess what? If you don't play that way, if every headshot's not a headshot, if 60% of your shots are body shot, a weapon that rewards headshots, it's not going to be the best for you. It's just simply no. I don't subscribe to the school of there's one weapon that's the go-to, because sometimes you simply aren't playing the way to make that weapon sing in your hands. It might not be the best weapon in your arsenal based on how you play. I love littering the battlefield with bullets. I had a message recently in one of my little videos, a little short, and they said, like, dude, there's nothing out there. And I'm like, so what? I've got tons of bullets. There's no limit. I came from D1 where you can't do that. You could not litter the battlefield with bullets because you ran out. Now, we don't have to worry about ammo, and you can usually just litter away, shoot as much as you want, and maybe something was going to step around the corner. I don't know. I was ready. Paul, I got Tusk of the Boar with Envious Assassin and Chain Reaction yesterday, and it's great. And I love Envious Assassin and Chain Reaction. Yeah. Even with the nerf that's coming for Chain Reaction, I still think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Am I going to still love Forbearance? Yeah, I'm going to love Forbearance. I'm absolutely going to love it. All right, now we need to go to space and pick up
This gun
somebody.
is no forbearance killer. People were hyping it up to be that. It's not going to do that, but it's a good second for your primary slot in case you still want it.
And with a
It's
strand
good for
build,
that.
don't you think it's going to have a place in people's loadouts?
Yeah, sure, you can build around it. It has a lot of synergy with Strand, given Slice and Hatchling. For sure, you could get a Hatchling roll that would be amazing. I don't know. I haven't tried it much because the reload animation, but whenever they fix that, I'll definitely play with it a little more.
Yeah. So it's good to have one as a backup. It's why my vault has 600 things in it, basically, because I'm always thinking this is going to be grand one day. This will be so good. Q, are you on? Do you want to hang out? I'm going to do one more before I break for dinner. Let's do one more. Q, do you want to go in for one? I'm going to send you an invite in case you do. Oh, Rose is on. Hello, Rose. Thank you, Q. Thank you. I'm going to do one before I close out for dinner, and let's have a good time. Let's have a good time.
Good. I was about to say I'm going to need to go probably after this game and get some dinner.
Now, you're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, aren't you, Jay Hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you and I are in the same time zone.
The best time zone. Shares one with the beach, I think, right?
I Eastern Standard Time Zone, I really love it. I like the Central Time Zone, though, too, because, the East Coast is kind of getting ready for bed and you're still, up in the Central Time Zone. But I mainly liked Central Time Zone because you could see the late entertainment programs, before it was really super late. Back in my day, I sat up every night to watch Johnny Carson. I loved Johnny Carson. I would sit up late and just hope that the wind would blow in the right direction and I could get a snowy signal. Every once in a while it would work. It would work. Lots of tinfoil on the antenna.
Oh, you had one of those TVs.
Oh, Jay Hill, I grew up in an area very secluded. You only occasionally got radio and television signals, and it was rough. I'd see lunch boxes when we would go into the big cities for like back to school shopping, and I'd have no idea what the lunchbox, what the subject matter was on the lunchbox. I would read about the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, and just, I was like, please let the wind blow right so I can watch a little bit of $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
He was an EXO before we knew what EXOs were.
Imagine.
Pocket Reality, I am not in Tennessee, but I did live in Tennessee for a while. I lived inside of Tennessee. I think Tennessee's a beautiful state. They have a Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg on the eastern side of Tennessee, and I love that area. There's a big knife store up there that's like one of the largest in the United States, and I would love to go up there and just look at all the really cool knives and swords and, all that kind of thing.
You captured Zone C. Opponent claimed Zone A.
And Dollywood is there. Havoc and I were out traveling about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And the funny thing is, we programmed Waze, or I guess it was Waze that we had programmed, to take us, somewhere specific up into Gatlinburg. And Waze drove us right in front of Dollywood, and I'm like, this is not the way I wanted to go. I didn't want to go in front of Dollywood. Although I'm a Dolly fan, Dolly, she's bought millions of books for literacy. But I'm definitely just thinking, why did this take us in front of Dollywood? Why did we have to get into all this traffic? There was another route. And I have to think that Waze, really was like,
Zone B captured. You
did
have
somebody pay Waze to, take us that route right in front of Dollywood? Dolly, we're looking at you.
I was actually just doing this in class. There's calculations for that exact thing. The programs are all they're more inclined to take you towards like storefronts and stuff like that.
Oh, are they
And
really?
It'll split up traffic as well, so it
Jay
sees
Hill,
how many people are using it.
I felt like Waze deliberately took us that route because it was not the route, having been there before, it was not the route I wanted to go.
It probably did. It takes
Uh,
in a whole amount of things
the
into
flames
consideration,
have gone
like,
cold.
because there's other people using that program as well, and it'll split up in live time your routes, trying to avoid traffic, but
it made me
also,
not trust Waze, is what it did. Definitely made me
Zone A.
mistrust it.
yeah, I can see that. They all do it, though.
Claimed Zone B.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all use the same kind of program in calculations.
So if somebody
part of that class I really liked,
greased
though.
the palm, they could maybe get a mathematical calculation that would take you, on a route that would be beneficial to something like an attraction.
Yeah. And ways to avoid the traffic and the probability of all, like
Opponent claimed
So
zone
there's a calculation about the probability of the locals being in the way causing traffic and how many locals there are. It's all taken into account. And you could do it, you could find the numbers, and you could see the proper route to go, but you could also just plug it in. It'd be a lot faster.
Well, sometimes I know they made a commercial about this. There are times when I'm in an area that I might know really well, and the GPS will offer, one route, and I'm like, no, that's not really how I want to go right now.
Yeah, like you'll know a faster route. It's
Yeah,
really possible.
or just
Not every road is
route,
mapped out.
faster, something that where I say, hey, I don't want to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Zone B captured. 2 zones are yours. Zone C lost.
Probability is it's an interesting side of things. Like you know what's going on, but you don't ever really think about all the math that goes into that program and what it's doing for you.
Right.
It is really wild.
Well, I have definitely, been with people before, and I'd say, look, I know this area. I know where we're at. And they'll be like, no, but the
Probably
computer
right, too.
says this way. The computer says this way. And I'm like, I'm native. I am native.
Yeah, it'll lead away from like where the
Zone B
like
lost.
native traffic will drive.
Right.
Avoid traffic from tourists,
Yes.
because the native people, they get really frustrated whenever tourists
Zone B
roll through their
captured.
neighborhoods
Zone
and cause up a
advantage
bunch of
is
traffic.
yours.
So they design around that.
Zone A
Right.
lost.
And I would probably not like it if I got a lot of, traffic in, my neighborhood that was just strictly pass through.
Zone C captured.
I couldn't imagine living somewhere like,
Is yours.
say, around Disney World. That would be rough.
Oh, could you imagine being around Disney World? Ugh.
That'd be awful. Be late every day to work.
it would never cease. I mean, like there's maybe in the coldest of times, you might have less traffic, but I know they have things that go on in the park that are designed to get people there, even in the cooler months of Florida. And then California, I don't know the weather there in California. They have cooler periods. Oh, those guys on B. They're on B.
And you are the prey. 3 minutes.
They locked
The
it?
pressure and you have them. That shut them down.
Woo, the Inquisitor got me. The Inquisitor got me. It was a shotgun. I'll need to see an orthodontist after that.
Rest. The hunt.
K-Fizz, how are you? Paul, how are you, buddy?
Opponent claims Zone B. Zone A captured.
Ball the past like 30 seconds.
Opponent claims Zone C.
Just non-stop dying now.
Whoa, he still got me. There was a day I could have thrown that grenade down and they would have been pulled right into it. K-Fizz, are you liking that new game? Are you liking the new game?
A stirring victory.
Woo, victory. Victory. And I got the shader and 2 more engrams. It was worth it.
Together. Hang on.
All right, I'm going to give some commendations out, and I'm going to take us to the tower. And then it's going to be, a dinner break. A dinner break. Q, you look good. Fancy. Fancy. All right, let's go to the tower. Off to the tower. Blue Silver Grass says, does anyone remember this in D1 raids? Apple pie. Apple pie. Apple pie. Was that one of the numbers that Dado figured out for math class inside of Wrath of the Machine? Somehow you worked out apple pie?
I don't remember it at all. That sounds funky.
Uniquely Stellar, do you have the exotic out of oh gosh, what's the Overload exotic? I can't even think of it right now. Garden of Salvation, Divinity. Do you have Divinity?
Nope, that's the one I was trying to get something together a while back, and then I got distracted. But yeah, I'm on the last step of that quest, so I need to go back in and.
Well,
do the
talk to
puzzle.
Vol and see if we can't get a Divinity run put together so you can get that. I know you don't play a lot on the weekend, so we need to schedule something through the week, but you need that before the new season really kicks in.
I know I want it. That's the one, because I'm still collecting. I need 5 more. No, 4 more now. 4 more exotics. And then I can...
What is it you're lacking?
Divinity is that one, but the other ones are just, it's getting them out of the monument. I don't have Fairy Bloodline, or the exotic from Ghost of the Deep, but I don't even feel like doing it. I don't even feel like doing it enough times to try. It's just too much.
Well, Buried
But I think
Bloodline,
that's
that's a fun one to try to get, because Buried Bloodline is, or, the Warlord's Ruin is fun, but Ghost of the
Right.
Deep, yuck. I mean, but that's Navigator, isn't it? The Navigator?
Yeah. and I'll live without it. I just need 4 more. Like I want divinity, obviously,
Right.
for what it is, but and other than that, I'm just need 4 more so that I can upgrade to level 10. But I've just been getting the exotic ciphers from Zer on the
Well,
weekends
talk
and
to
doing
Vol
those.
and Discord, Stellar, and let's see if we can't get you something. Because I'm for doing a divinity run, and the team has, all the last runs that we've gone through have been really smooth. Jay Hill, did you go with us the last time we did Garden of Salvation? I don't know. Jay Hill might have been in there. I'm not sure. I know we had a good time, Stellar, and we talked about you because we know that you needed it, but it was on a weekend. It was on a weekend, and you weren't around, or we would have had you in there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I forgot. And then the first couple times when we went in there, I didn't realize there was a quest. That you had to start a quest. Like it wasn't just gonna like
And
randomly drop.
you
So.
are fully ready, right, on that, because it has to be done in one setting. That whole thing has to be. You have to complete the whole raid.
Right.
So once you
Yep,
go in, you can start the puzzles. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Div?
Yeah, for divinity.
I just did a Div run last night.
Uniquely Stellar needs a divinity, and
Oh, right. Yeah.
and I don't think you were here, Jay Hill, but didn't you go with us in the last Garden of Salvation we did?
I don't think so, no.
No. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think who went with us. We had a really smooth run. It was a smooth run. But I'll mention it too, Stellar, and we need to get in there and get you one done. I'm all for it.
Okay.
Chat,
Yeah,
I am
I'll,
Ransom Rider. This is
hit
my
on.
favorite game, Destiny 2. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time today. I hope that I'm kind of completed with Iron Banner because I want to do something with 3 shotguns. I want to do something with 3 shotguns and just have a little bit of totally out of the loop shotgun fun. Even if it's, a few strikes. Even if a few strikes, that might be what I need to do. Thank you, Pocket Reality, GP Red, Q, everybody inside of chat who hung out today. Thank you. I will see you guys very soon inside the gaming world of Destiny 2. Bye. Bye.